Welcome back to another great day of coverage here at the Tournament of Champions, and it's one of my personal favorite events. It's the Cricket Doubles Invitational here, one of my all-time favorite events on the darting calendar. And Jen, we're matching because we're ready to win this, right?
Well, we're ready to win maybe next year. So we're fruit salading together today. Nick's going to work all year to become the lowest rated man, and I'll try to get the highest rated female so we can partner in this parity draw. And it's one of the most exciting and unpredictable events of the entire Tournament of Champions because you have these averages collide in this parity to where you create this unique team chemistry, strategy. And we saw a great example of that last year, I believe, with Danny Baggish, Leslie Garner, High Man, Low Woman winning the event over Mike Scarborough and Cheyenne Richards, which was High Woman, Low Man. And then even your third place finish with Garrett Rakowski and Casey Rader being more middle of the pack. But what's even more interesting is every single one of those people, except for Mike Scarborough, are not here this year, so it's a completely open playing field.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And you look at it, the bottom team is basically an 8.0 combined average, and top end's only an 8.6 combined average. So really anybody can win it. I always like those pretty even teams, which is why I love seeing Nikki Hinshaw, Tyler Hensey. Their energies will probably mesh really well together, and I really think there's some potential there.
That's a great pick. I'm a little jealous that you went first here. Okay. If I had to pick, I'm liking Ram and Amanda. Looked like a good pairing for me, but I think I have to go with Kenny Doyle, Hunter Smith this year is going to be my pick.
And, you know, there's some other great teams out there. Of course, the better Beck, Corey Beck, playing with Olivia Terry is a very scary team.
Well, fine. I'm going to go with Kevin Beck and Lane Lysak for my dark horse pick, if there is such a thing.
And one of the things about this event that I love more than anything else, Jen, is the fact that you get to see combinations of people you really never get to see. And a lot of times you get to see friendships get made in the moment. And it's really kind of a beautiful thing there. But let's go ahead and waste no more time. Send it over to Will Stewart, our beloved field reporter, for the updates.
Appreciate it, Nick and Jen. Thanks for sending it down here. I'm actually in the hall checking out the action from afar. I do want to tell you that your attire is absolutely atrocious, guys. Figure it out. Hate the matching shirts here. So just wanted to let you know that one. But anyway, I'm looking forward to today's coverage for the Mixed CDI, the Cricket Doubles Invitational. You mentioned a couple good teams. Of course, Tyler Hensey and Nikki Hinshaw. I like that pick, but I also love the pick of Bob McCoy and Nicole Torres. They're going to be a pretty good team if they can flow and mesh together. I think they both have like personalities, so we'll see what happens there. But hey, without further ado, let's get to these walk-ons before we kick off our action here for the Mixed CDI.
Welcome back to the USA Darts production of the 12th Annual Tournament of Champions live at the KCI Expo Center in Kansas City, Missouri. This is the Mixed Cricket Doubles Invitational, and it's time to meet our teams. Meredith McGee and Brett Hollanday. Olivia Terry and Corey Beck. Lane Lysak and Kevin Beck. Taylor Thaxton and Dylan Steinke. Jillian Phillips and Mike Scarborough. Nicole Hinshaw and Tyler Hensey. Heidi Nelson and Jesse Sherbon. Jessica Melton and Cody Willis. Kelly Mears and Carrie Thaxton. Alyssa Evans and Eric Gregory. Kaylee Beard and Jonathan Long. Jenny Howd and Mike Carter. Christy Davis and Steve Hennings. Caitlin Myers and Jordan Elzinga. Therese Sheezer and Christopher Champagne. Tracy Young and Nick Yeast. Ashley Wentz and Jesse Gore. Ashley Shepard and Casey Jones. Kelly Sipe and Jake Smith. Hunter Smith and Kenny Doyle. Lori Murphy and Derek Hinkle. Carrie Johnson and Kevin Schmitz. Carolyn Gookie Johnson and Brian Bingham. Crystal Anderson and Kellen Sperlin. Lindsay Lunnan and Sean Kafflish. Nicole Torres and Bob McCoy. Nicole Koloff and Ryan Jervis. Donna Cady and Brandon Kessler. Madison Van Beek and Rick Henze. Karen McGee and Leonard Gates. Amanda Cease and Ram Guevara Jr. Danielle LaPete Smith and Mike Maloney. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Tuesday morning coverage here at the Tournament of Champions. I'm Sean Green, joined by my partner in comms, Ryan Mooneyham. Mooney, we have one of my favorite events of the entire week, the Mixed CDI, where it's a parity draw, so the lowest ranking female average plays with the highest ranking male average, and it works out to be a very, very even ball game amongst these players. Right now, we got a great matchup between Kellen and Crystal taking on Jake and Kelly.
One of the crazy thing of it is mentioned earlier, 8.0 is your lowest rated team, 8.6 is your highest rated team. The parity is one of my favorite things that I've played in over the years, because you just don't know which team's going to come up, which team will emerge. Will it be a high-low team? Will it be a middle-of-the-road team? You just don't know. And what it will boil down to today is team dynamics, how well they mesh together. Some of them met for the first time this week. So I'm ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, we want to let you know about our main coverage here, of course, on USA Darts and Partners Promoting Darts Facebook and YouTube pages. If you want to watch stream number 2, we do have a second stream going this week for the first time ever at TOC. That stream is called Stream 2, and it's on YouTube on Partners Promoting Darts and USA Darts. That match right now is Mike Scarborough and Jillian Phillips taking on Jenny Howd and Mike Carter, and that is a 0-0 scoreline currently on stream board number 2. You don't get our sultry voices on the comms though on stream 2.
No, but the one great thing about is we keep the action going, and if you're if your favorites are playing, we don't cut away from it. You get to watch it to its entirety.
Well, look at Fat Cat right here throwing an 8.0. They are a double away from winning this match, 3-1 over Kelly and Jake. Should be back, and it will be Crystal with a shot here. What can Kelly do to put a little pressure on? Our defending champions last year are Danny Baggish and Leslie Gardner, 2 players that are not in this field.
Not this year, no.
2 years ago, it was Bob Anderson and Cheyenne Richards, 2 players that are not in this field.
Nope.
So we are in for quite the event this weekend, as Crystal Anderson does get the job done. 3.0 is 6.67 from Kellen. And, they continue to go off and running. 2 wins out the gate for Crystal and Kellen. And we are going to hop right on over to Bubba and Carolyn Gookie Johnson taking on Carrie Johnson and Kevin Schmitz. And let's talk about this parity, right? Their averages differences between this match is an 8.131 versus an 8.14. 0.09. 9 100ths of a point.
That's incredible. This is the other thing that I just think is just unique. Carrie Johnson out of United Amusements LLC, Kevin Schmitz, Stansfield Vending, Brian Bingham, Derrick Music Company, and then Carolyn is out of the Western Washington Dart League. So the parity not only is part of it, but all over the country.
Well, update the score line here. It is, first of all, it's a race to 3 on the winner side, which is what this match is. Race to 2 on the loser side, and then, of course, the last chance is the last chance. Race to 1. All cricket, though. If it goes, or when it goes to the top 4, it'll be a race to 4, and then in the king seat, queen seat match, it'll be a race to 5. The score line here is a 2-1 lead for Brian Bingham and Carolyn Gookie Johnson over Kevin and Carrie. What can the Rabbit do?
Some of the team dynamics that we've discussed is that first round or 2 is what is your partner comfortable hitting? What do I need to do to help them move forward in the match? Sometimes you will see a partner that'll just score, and other times you're going to see a partner that was set up properly, and they can sweep a couple numbers. So that's what I'm looking for today, is to see how well they come together and play together. I mean, you got one is from West Virginia, one is from the Washington Dart Leagues.
Yep.
I mean, we're opposite side of the country.
Yeah, legit East Coast and West Coast pairing up together. But we talk about TOC as a unique event where players can do that in every event if they want to. They can play with whoever from around the country, different vendors. Does not matter here as long as they are TOC PBD vendors. And Kerry Johnson got a little upset on Dart 2. I think it's just because of how far it dropped down to the 7.
Yeah, when you land that triple, you're expecting to follow it, even if you was to pull to the single. When you kick left or kick right, it mentally is frustrating, because you wanted to go, next Dart 2, Dart 3 to mark.
And Bubba's going to take full advantage here. He's going to close. Should close, but it looks like he might be going back to points.
Nah, he just got to get a better path in. I will tell you a unique story about TOC.
Yes, sir.
Without mentioning any names, there was a team that took first place yesterday in one of the divisions that was completely built off a Facebook page. They all three met for the very first time, shook hands, and then won the event. I mean, that's exciting stuff.
It's fun to see how that can work out, and it's fun to be able to play with all those different players that you might not otherwise typically get to play with. And you get that here without even getting an opportunity to pick. And in this case, we have two couples that are playing in this, and Mike Carter and Alyssa Evans. They got each other last year, and of course created the greatest walk-on of all time, the proposal from Mike Carter. And Alyssa thankfully saying yes. And then, of course, you have Hunter Smith and Jake Smith. Both of those teams, by the way, were one off. Well, no. The Hunter Smith and Jake Smith were one off from having each other as partners.
Isn't that crazy? Kerry Johnson can close that 20. She goes ahead and does so. So Bubba have to start on that 17s.
Yeah, Brian Bigham playing this first time we've seen him at TOC, at least that I have. I'm not going to sit there and definitively say he's played more. And boom goes the dynamite, Brian Bigham.
I was going to say, if you have just joined us and you hadn't seen him, we've been talking about him quite a bit this week.
ESPN athlete. Made top 4 in the Invitational this year. Kevin going to have to go to the 16s. It's the same shot that Bubba just hit, and Kevin missing it is going to hurt badly, especially when it's a 2-1 lead for Brian and Caroline.
Ooh, the Rabbit didn't get it to go, wanted to take off the 17s. Carolyn, you got the corners.
In the top 4, or top 8 of the winner side already, we have a few teams there. Jillian Phillips and Mike Scarborough continue to run. And they're taking on Jenny Howd and Mike Carter. That is on our second stream currently. Crystal Anderson and Kellen Sperlin. We just saw that match finish up. And how about Madison Van Beek and Rick Hensey? They get the winner of Hunter Smith and Kenny Doyle, my favorite to win this event. Or another dark horse team of Dylan Steinke and Taylor Thaxton. And look at that from Kerry Johnson. Does almost drag them right back in, but it gives a little bit of hope. The problem is that Bubba's up.
Bubba can take the single shot on the 16s. He's got the 17s to work with. He could sweep right across that board and force his opponents to the bull. Should take a look at the 17s. Yep.
Great darts there from Bubba. You called it out, my friend.
Well, some of the things is you've got to play it. When we were watching the CSIs yesterday, we would see that shot to the 15s because they were taking their own chances. Now we're back in team dynamics. You got to think, okay, give my partner an easier turn. Rabbit not going to get it done on the 15s. Does get it closed.
Yeah, he's going to kick himself with a 4.0 average.
And, folks, sometimes you just need 3.
A really wise person once said that to me. So let's talk about the 3 highest average teams heading into this. And, of course, it's still nothing, right? The highest coming into this is Meredith McGee and Brett Hollanday at 8.607. Then, second on that list is going to be Olivia Terry and Corey Beck, who already have 2 losses. Third is Amanda Cease and Ram Guevara Jr., and then Mike Maloney, Danielle Lapete-Smith. So if we're looking for, like, potential people that should be favorites, I guess technically those are the 4. But, again, the parity makes this anyone's ballgame.
The interesting thing on that is Brett and Meredith are right now taking on Amanda and Ram. So one of those higher averages teams will be sent to the 1-loss bracket. Big double bullseye. Big double bullseye. Game shot.
And
Bubba.
Yeah, Bubba Bingham and Carolyn Gookie Johnson win that one 3-1. That sends Carrie and Kevin to the 1-loss side of the bracket. And you can see the match that's getting ready to get going on the next board over that we aren't going to have the coverage of, but you can see it there. That's going to be Madison Van Beek and Rick Hensey taking on Dylan Steinke and Taylor Thaxton. And this beautiful gentleman right here is Ryan Jervis. And this is going to be the 1-loss side of the bracket. Ryan Jervis and Nicole Kolhoff. And they're taking on Lindsay Lunnan and Sean Cafflish. Sean Cafflish, of course, the epic finalist in the men's CSI. And we're going to get that board perfectly zoomed in for you eventually.
While we're working on the board, let me give a big shout out to their vendors. Lindsay is playing with under United Amusements. Sean is playing out of Stansfield Vending. Nicole, MG Leagues Music Service. And Ryan under American Amusement Arcades.
Here is Lindsay Lunnan.
Very quiet, deliberate style.
She's throwing a 4.33 right now.
Didn't get the third one to fall, but
yeah, we'll see what Jervis is capable of. A big, big round here. It's not going to be as big as he wanted it to be anyway, but
he pulled that second dart, didn't get it to go. Grabbed the third, just got the point to tie.
So Cafflish, a chance to run, close the 15s, and then point as much as you want. There goes the 15, right on the wire. See if you can find a triple, just to stay out in front a lot. Not going to do that.
Grab 2.
How about 1-loss side of the bracket? The winner will play the winner of this match. Hunter Smith, Kenny Doyle. Bob McCoy, Nikki Torres. Ooh. We're going to head to that one next. But again, a couple of teams that coming into this we would have said have a real shot. And one of them is going to be in the last chance side of the bracket. Speaking of last chance side of the bracket, teams that are already there. Brandon Kessler and Donna Cady. Corey Beck, Olivia Terry. How about Kevin Beck, Lane Lysak? Lindsay, great darts there. Ashley Wendt, Jesse Gore. Jonathan Long, Kaylee Beard. Heidi Nelson, Jesse Sherbon. Carrie Thaxton, Kelly Mears. Christy Davis, Steve Hennings.
Wow, there's a lot of good names in that group. All good players.
All right, Jervis going to be stepping up here. Let's talk about the payouts in this mixed CSI. First place, $12,000 to be split between 2 players. All the way down to 7th, 8th, making $700, so $350 apiece. So you just got to make the top 25% to get paid. And Sean Cafflish gets it done in leg number 1, a 4.67. Lindsay shot very well at a 3.8.
Also want to point out what we've seen Lindsay do. She had the opportunity and the point lead to look at the bull. She didn't waste her time. She went and got Sean a better opportunity to go to that bullseye. That's building team dynamics.
Yeah, this is our first time seeing Lindsay play. First time in the CDI.
Mm-hmm.
And Jervis only a 2-mark open. That could hurt really badly.
Well, I tell you what, if the way Sean's been playing, and I've just marked 2 on the 20s, I'm going to think this is going to hurt.
Well, especially because this is the one-loss side of the bracket, so this is actually a race to 2. So it does say race to 3 legs. It is actually best of 3. And boom goes the Wisconsinites. Sean Cafflish.
That one hurt.
Continues to just be in fuego. And look at Ryan Jervis. They are going to be friends, both from Wisconsin. It's like, really? You're going to do that? But Nicole Kohlhoff is a fantastic player herself. Almost matched it. That would have been big.
Nicole, I believe, is a second-place finisher a few years back in our main event in the ladies' side. Mm-hmm. So it's good to see Nicole back on stream. Lindsay's not going to waste any time.
No, you wonder if the team dynamics is I'll close, you point.
I mean, that's what could be discussed. I mean, maybe, Sean's like, if you just continue to give me this, I'll be able to sweep out this number and this number and this number. Or Lindsay may have said, hey, look, I'll be comfortable just keeping you going.
That was not close to the 20. You just needed a fat 20 and missed it almost at the 12, Ryan.
More of a, that's the one thing I talk about a lot is when you transition from the bottom of the board to the top of the board, you're going to have to continue to remember how you would set up to the line the first time. You're moving your arm up, and a lot of times people move it up. They don't tuck that elbow, and they jerk it to the 12. Yeah, I call those cross the board shots. You gotta make sure you're ready to go for that new segment, especially in cricket, because you're going to go for the triple, not necessarily a close or points. Maybe you close and you went for points and your numbers on the top, but you close on the bottom. You got to reset, or you got to be prepared, because you can waste starts when you really just needed to take just a split second longer.
Well, you see there, Nicole closing the 20s on dart 3, down in points, which Ryan immediately just nodded at it because he knew that was the right move. But look at Lindsay just – oh, she went for the close that time. I like that move, and she's shooting very well right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, why not if she would have just single marked it? One more step for her partner. Ryan needs to get it done on the 19s here. And Sean continues to do what Sean's been doing.
Can't tell you how much we appreciate everybody joining us here live across all of our platforms for this mixed CDI. And boom goes the Wisconsinite. Sean Cafflish, the second of the leg, opened with a 9 mark on the 20s, finishing off probably the leg there with a white horse.
That late game horse, 17, 16s, 18s, anything to force your opponent and take 3 wedges, and you got the point lead. It can be demoralizing. It makes you think that I have to throw more, and you want them to be on the back of their heels. Lindsay to the 15s. She should move.
She doesn't, and she hits it. And
Clutch
I'm okay with
spot.
that. 3 wedges. Yeah.
Good shot. Clutch shot.
And, of course, her partner, 7-3-3 right now for Cafflish, and that is the difference right now in this leg. That and Jervis not throwing well in this leg. Only a 3.0.
Yeah, that's not typical for Ryan. Not seeing the best stuff at this time, but you're watching Sean just continue to light up the board.
Yeah, but Catholic goes right at the bull. No reason not to. I mean, he's just going to assume he's going to hit the double, too. You know?
Yeah, well, yeah. Sometimes those segments are so big you can throw anything at them.
And you can see the match, the next board over that we were going to be going to at the conclusion of this one. Hunter Smith, Kenny Doyle, Bob McCoy, Nikki Torres. And the winner of that one will play the winner of this one.
Not a bad dart to start. Oh, she's managed to get them both in the same area.
I like the point on the last dart.
Yeah, that's a good dart. That's thinking, well, I didn't get nothing here. Let me give it right back to Sean. He just needs to.
I bet he's going to need more than that after this round from Ryan. He's going to need some points. Most likely. Yep, stays right there. So Cathlish going to have to hit a triple first before he can hit that 2 bowls. Although you wouldn't put it past him to do it right here real clean.
No.
Yep. Real clean. Oh.
Now you got to drag off.
Accent.
That'll work.
Oh, 1 hole out of the double. Does give an opportunity back to Nicole to add some points to this on the bowl. There's the point lead. Stay there. All right, happy little accent. Up 28 points. So Lindsay going to have to hit at least 2 marks before she can take that look at the winning dart. But only 3 marks needed here. And Ryan, sometimes we get graced by the presence of greatness in our streaming room. And how about PDC tour card holder Jules Van Dongen, local to the area, standing back there in his USA jersey, looking just model-like.
Yeah, we were comparing our physiques earlier. I think that I got him in the next bodybuilding contest.
Depends on which way you're building it. Cathlish, 1 bowl needed plus 3 marks.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sean don't go ahead and get it closed now and then work on the point value second. Nope. He has that trip 17 twice now.
Yeah, there he goes. Bullseye for the match.
There it is.
And there it is. Lindsay and Sean move on in the 1-lot side of the bracket. They play the winner of the next match we're heading to real quick. Hunter Smith, Kenny Doyle. One of those teams that when I introduced them, the audible, oh, that's a good team from all of their opponents was loud and clear.
Yeah. Very loud and clear.
Kenny, of course, had a fantastic run yesterday in the men's CSI. Bob's been playing really well this week.
Bob's been playing really well for this year.
Yeah, Bob won the first 2 events.
Yeah, he's been dangerous in every event I've seen him in. Of course, Kenny's from C&M Darts, his partner, MG Leagues Music Service.
Kenny from Orlando, where the magic happens, which is interesting because then he, half the year, spends time at the other place that magic happens, the North Pole.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you get ready to leave after this. I mean, this is the last event for the year, right?
Here's Nikki Torres.
Gets it done on the 15s.
This is one of those real cool moments, right, Mooney? Nikki Torres, we met just because of her playing PPD Nationals, right? And just us having a streaming match of her match back, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years ago. And it's just cool to see them in person. And that's one of the main consistent great things about TOC from a lot of players is, hey, we finally get to see who we play remotely all the time in person and meet them.
It's just very neat, and I play leagues consistently with the PPD.
And double from Bob McCoy, 7.5.
Yeah, Bob showed pretty good stuff there. Yeah, so when you're playing leagues and then now you're out there competing against them in the tournament, you're like, hey, don't forget we play next Tuesday night. It is kind of unique.
All right, Sunshine State Santa going to get the start. Down 1-0, race to 2, all cricket. This is the one-loss side of the bracket. Yeah, if it's a race to 3, 4, or 5, we're on the winner side. If it's a race to 2, we're on the one-loss side. And if it's a race to 1, it's a last chance.
Bob McCoy hails from AE Leagues. Nicole Torres, Nebraska Technical Services.
Bob from Waterman, Illinois.
He's a lineman by trade. Did you know that?
He looks like a NFL lineman.
Yeah, well, yeah, he does. Recently asked.
What's a lineman?
Electrical.
Okay.
He's electrical. Works for electrical service company.
Some of the greatest dart players in the history of the game were electricians first.
Mm-hmm.
It's 11-11. Make a wish, Mooney. I'm wishing for an epic finish to this mixed CDI. We are early in the action in the KCI Expo Center in Kansas City, Missouri. Ryan Mooneyham, Sean Green with Will Stewart, Nick Teixeira, and Jen Mounts in the background.
Do keep your eye out for some unique TOC content that'll be coming your way shortly. We've had a very great tournament, and speaking of great, we got 5 out of them. Really wanted to see that trip 20 go. Forced Bob to the 18s, but Bob still got that 20, or has to start with the 18s now.
Yes, he does. Down 23 points. And he's going to make this look pretty easy. Boom goes the dynamite. Bob McCoy throws in a 9 mark of his own. How is Hunter going to respond? The pressure's all on them right this second. First start, dragged it over. Going to try and even it out. Great last start from Hunter Smith.
She's a very consistent, very dangerous player to play against.
And we can say it. She's intimidating to play against. She has a great form, first of all. If you know her, she's a absolute sweetheart. But if you don't, she's really not going to talk to you very much at all. She's going to be focused on the match. And one of those crappy players.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
A little fun fact from Sunshine State Santa. He also works really hard in July as the fireworks salesman.
I did not know that.
That was compliments of Austin Braswell. And by the way, if you send us a message that gives me a fact, I will not confirm whether or not that is real or not. I will just say it. So I'd rather you not send me messages about that anymore. Thanks, guys. Mooney, though, is wide open for business. All right, Hunter Smith. Looking at the 16s. Yeah, I apologize to everybody in the chat that's saying hi. Hi, everybody. We try to avoid it as much as we can while the match is going on. But let us know who you're tuning in from. Hit that share button. Live here at the Tournament of Champions.
Torres needs to work that 16. They've been behind the entire leg. Needs to get them going here.
Great second dart. Must-win leg for Hunter and Kenny.
Back-to-back 5 marks on his previous 2 turns.
This is a spot where Sunshine State Santa likes to hammer down.
Yeah, he was checking those point values.
Staying. He was never leaving until he hit 6.
Yeah, I watched his eyes drop down, and he went right back up.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, that is not good enough. Especially with the 9 mark previous on the previous turn by Bob McCoy.
Here's Bob. And that is crisscrossed. You can see that there, Mooney.
That's a frustrating little look. I mean, not only is
it's so blocked.
It's blocked, but now you're like, well, now they're
15s.
That is a good spot there. It also can create a little bit of a springboard if you hit it right.
He did decide
you
the
called
50,
it. That
yeah.
was a good. He did not want to bounce up into the 8.
Hunter, a clear shot at least to start off on the 20s. When is she going to move? Not yet. She's staying all day.
Yeah, she read those point values. She's like, nope, I'm going to stay up here for 3. She might have maybe went on the if the dart would hit the trip 20, but she didn't even bat an eye.
Going to run through the top 8 on the winner side here real quick, Mooney. We got Jillian Phillips, Mike Scarborough taking on Jenny Howd and Mike Carter. We have Jordan Elzinga and Caitlin Myers taking on Brian Bingham and Carolyn Gookie Johnson. Great dart there from Kenny to close it down. Amanda Cease and Ram Gavar Jr. taking on Crystal Anderson, Kellen Sperlin. And then Madison Van Beek and Rick Hensey taking on Dylan Steinke and Taylor Thaxton. 8 great teams. And, of course, no surprises because there really won't be in this event.
No. I mean, you got your individual favorites, but this team dynamics is what it's all about. McCoy to the 15s. Marks another 7, but still behind in points. We know last time Hunter was just barely up in points. She stayed on the 20s.
Doing the same thing. Looking down. Yeah, adds an extra mark on the 17s. So she was still going to point. She just moved off the number that was blocked for her.
From her eye standpoint, that 20 could have been blocked out.
Nikki going to try and get something big going. Oh, that's unlucky on the 3rd.
Yeah, the way that second dart was laying, it could have been difficult. It's hard to tell the exact angles from where we're at compared to their eyes.
Kenny trying to send us to a last leg decider. Not quite yet. Bob needs a lot of bowls to put any pressure whatsoever on Hunter, who hasn't faced pressure in her entire life.
Yeah, he heard you. He's like, really? You going to say that?
I mean, it's true. He knows that, too. Got down below 5 seconds. Yeah, he tried to close the edges to give his partner winning darts if Hunter was to miss. That's a big if.
That's experienced players. Both her and Bob didn't like their setup to the line and made adjustments. They're used to being in big matches.
Mike Maloney, Danielle Lapete-Smith are on the 2-loss side of the bracket. Last chance.
Nicole only going to get 1. Clear shot for Kenny Doyle.
Carrie Thaxton, Kelly Mears, Mike Maloney, Danielle Lapete-Smith. 1 leg. Last chance bracket. Kenny Doyle does send us to a last leg decider. I'm just going to run through real quick the players that have 2 losses here, Mooney. You got Christy Davis and Steve Hennings. They are waiting on opponent. I just mentioned the Danielle Lapete-Smith, Carrie Thaxton, Kelly Mears match. How about Nicole Koloff and Ryan Jervis, who we just saw, taking on Heidi Nelson and Jesse Sherban. Jonathan Long and Kaylee Beard are waiting for an opponent. You have Nicole Henshaw, Nikki Henshaw, and Tyler Hensey taking on Ashley Wint and Jesse Gore. You have Nikki East and Tracy Young, another shocking big one. taking on Lane Lysak and Kevin Beck. And then you have Brandon Kessler, Donna Katie, and then Corey Beck, Olivia Terry waiting on opponents too.
Wow.
Huge names.
That's the testament to the event. That is the testament to the event.
Hope everybody is enjoying the action. Let us know where you are tuning in from. Who do you have in this last link decider? I picked Hunter and Kenny as my favorite to win this. But when I say stuff like that, it's because, anything can happen.
Yeah, we are going to definitely see the ones you didn't consider, and we're going to see the ones that you thought would take it all out. It's inevitable with these. It's exactly what's going to happen in these events.
Could not have said that better myself, my friend. As Hunter steps up.
You English teachers could say it a lot better than us.
Hunter, only a 3 mark on the 20s. We got a lot of Sioux Falls in the house watching Hunter and Kenny. Indy in there. South Dakotans. Always going to back up and support the Smiths. And a big 7 mark, though, from Nikki Torres. How is Kenny going to respond? Oh, it's a gift.
Boy, I would not want to leave Bob McCoy a free shot at that 20.
That's exactly what Kenny's done. Does Bob point first or take it right at it? Right at it after the points. Yep. Back down or over, one of the two. That's a 9er. Boom goes the dynamite. Bob McCoy fills it up.
Man, unfortunate for Kenny not to get the point lead. Bob took advantage of it. To the 17s.
Mike Scarborough and Jillian Phillips move on in the 0-loss side of the bracket, so they are the first team that is into the last 4 on the winner side.
Torres 7 on her last turn.
They are way up in this. Enough up to where she could take that aggressive shot on dart 3. Kenny loves the 17s, though. Would put it past him to fill it up. Now I would. Just not as crisp as we saw him yesterday, or 2 days ago in the CSI.
We only got 3 that time.
Finished 3rd place.
Yep.
Sean Cafflish was your runner-up and champion, first-time champion of this event, Leonard Gates. Soldier has pretty much won anything you can think of. In darts, pretty much.
I don't know really even if there's anything left.
Well, World Championships would help.
Yeah.
But that's about it. He does have a World Seniors Championship.
Yeah. McCoy, a lot of ground to work with. Can go anywhere he wants.
Interesting that he went 16s.
I was surprised. I thought he would flip up and get that 18 off.
It goes back to hammer points. 148 up. Hunter's going to have to look at the 18s here. Yeah, she's not going to love where that first starts laying. Only 2. You can see on the board next to us, there is that last chance bracket matchup between Mike Maloney, Danielle Lipheat Smith.
Torres gets rid of that 18.
And there goes the 15s moving over. Big 7 mark from Nikki Torres.
That was a monster turn. Got the 18s off. Got the 15s off. Just a little bit high to take out the 16s. But Kenny forced to the corner.
I'm going to say this. just because it needs to be said in this moment. Only a 7 mark from Kenny.
Only a 7 mark. That's correct. And
that's no harm.
We know Bob. He will point that 19 if he feels necessary.
He will not. Going to step over, try and hit that double to win the match, to move on in the 1-loss side of the bracket, and send Kenny and Hunter, and he does, to the 2-loss last chance bracket. So Kenny Doyle, Hunter Smith, definitely, it was my favorite to win, I'll say it, are now in the last chance bracket where they're facing some tough teams.
I mean, Bob McCoy, 6.5. His partner, 5.33.
Incredible. And we do have our first team out. We have 2 teams that have been eliminated. Heidi Nelson and Jesse Sherban, and Ashley Wentz and Jesse Gore. So the Jesse men have been eliminated. As we head right on over to this last chance bracket match. And it looks like Mike and Danielle comfortably out in front. And you can tell the strategy that they're doing right here. Point. Danielle point. And Carrie Thaxton, Kelly Mears, very soon going to be out of this tournament.
Just 3 bullseyes needed.
You see Danielle throwing a 4 this leg. And Mike, I mean, great adjustment after dart 2, and he wins it with a 5.20. If Danielle throws 4.0s with Mike, they'll be dangerous in this 2-loss side of the bracket. But that does it for Carrie Thaxton and Kelly Mears. And wow, the action ongoing out there. How about this? One of these teams is going to finish in last place, like tied for last place. Karen McGee, Leonard Gates, Corey Beck, Olivia Terry.
Wow.
Insane. Well, we're going to cut really quickly to an ad break while the teams get readjusted here and get the next round started. So don't go anywhere, folks. Ryan Mooneyham, Sean Green will be back with more action from the mixed CDI right after this.
Let me tell you about A to Z Darts. We're a specialty dart store with over 10,000 different products. We create in-depth videos and blogs to help improve your game and showcase our products. We give helpful advice on how to practice darts, the fundamentals of form and mechanics, and how to make better decisions when purchasing your darting equipment. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned player, we try to provide fun and informative content. I'm Jen, the creative director for A to Z Darts. I've been playing for over 10 years, and I've traveled the world competing in and promoting the sport. This is Will. He runs our live streaming company, USA Darts, and travels the globe as well to broadcast major darting events and interview PDC players alike. You'll find over 2,000 different sets of darts on our website. Guessing right now you're pretty interested in our resources? Learn about form, throwing mechanics, practice routines, scoring and grouping, checkout methods, cricket strategy, and much more. Visit a-zdarts.com to take advantage of our blog or follow us on social media at AZDarts today.
Tell by the way they're scoring, there may be nothing in it. One man misses, does the other man get? Yes! Double 12! That is the most amazing leg of darts you will ever see in your life! I can't stay! Double 12, and the 9 Dart King lands another one! Covered by Team Michael. Double 12, back going! The ascension is complete. Incredible stuff. The world #1
Access denied.
What is the purpose of the Vertex stand? This product is made by Winmore, and they have solved 3 different problems. Number 1, when you don't want to permanently mount a dartboard. Number 2, when you can't drill into your walls. And number 3, when you want to travel with a dartboard. Not everyone wants a dartboard permanently mounted into a wall. Perhaps you just want to bust out the dartboard occasionally to entertain friends or family. The Vertex stand is perfect because you don't drill into the wall, you simply lean it against a flat surface. This is easily the most convenient product I've ever seen that you can set up or tear down super fast for portability. In minutes, you can have everything packed and ready to go with you for your next darts tournament or a friend's house or even camping. You can lean this bad boy up against a tree. On top of all of that, I love the idea of being able to easily travel with a dartboard. This thing is awesome. I was given it just to review, but believe me when I say it is not going back to A to Z Darts. They can try to pry it out of my hands.
Enjoy 15% off our October Dart of the Month special, the Target Japan Black Mark Dragon 3.0 darts, all month long, and bring your game to the next level with its fierce design and performance. These darts feature a front-loaded barrel with tons of milling and knurling that mimic the rough scales of dragon skin for different grip reference points throughout the dart. Finished with a sleek black coating, they'll fit right into anyone's dart collection seamlessly. As a bonus, the entire Target Japan Black Mark series will also be 15% off this month, including the Heracles model, which is currently one of our top 10 best-selling darts. You can also get a chance to win your choice of a Target Tacoma Shell Dart wallet in the color teal, purple, gray, blue, or black with our monthly raffle. How do you enter? Just purchase our October Dart of the Month special and you'll automatically get entered. The giveaway ends November 1st, so don't miss out on your chance for free stuff. Tap the banner on our homepage at atozdarts.com to shop the Dart of the Month, and don't forget, we ship internationally. Best of luck to everyone.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tournament of Champions 2025, live here at the KCI Expo Center in Kansas City, Missouri. Sean Green, joined by my partner in comms, Ryan Mooneyham. Mooney, we have a last chance bracket match featuring, some of the greats in this room. Leonard Gates, the defending and now current men's CSI champion, playing with Karen McGee, taking on Corey Beck and OT from the TO, Olivia Terry.
I didn't expect this one. No, I didn't expect this as a last chance. First round of the last chance.
If there's one thing that I know about the team of Corey Beck and Olivia Terry is they're going to be scrappy players together. If there's anyone that's going to be able to roll through the entire two-loss side of the bracket and make it to the finals, it's a team built like Corey Beck and Olivia Terry.
Well, the one great thing is as they win, they will build momentum, and their excitement will fuel each other.
And then, of course, Leonard Gates only starts off with a 2 mark. That is detrimental in a race to 1.
That's an ouch moment. You don't want to give what we're seeing here is Corey and Olivia the opportunity just to run down your board.
No, OT goes outside with a on the double 19. You got to hate it, you know. You hate to see it.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Mike Maloney.
Also, I don't know if I would want to give this gentleman here a quick look at a couple trip 19s.
Just going to look up. Yeah. Just going to clear out the 20s just to clear out the 20s. If I'm Corey with this lead, I definitely take out the 19s first, right?
Let's get rid of the 19s.
Yeah, I saw him looking up. Now what do you do?
Well, at this point, you got to stay on the 18s.
And he does close out the 19s instead. That was an interesting move, but it paid off for him.
It did pay off, and hindsight on that one
is all that matters. Karen, only a 1 mark. This is going to be a problem if OT can just hit a couple triples here. A couple triples, and this leg might be over already. There's one of them. She's staying. Staying for all of them. Hits a big 7 mark on the 18s. Olivia Terry from the TO. Toledo, Ohio. Putting Leonard Gates and Karen McGee back against the wall. Reminder, Moody, the payouts in this event. $26,400 in total payouts, with $20,000 added to this. 7th, 8th place, you get $700, so $350 apiece. All the way up to first place is $12,000 split two ways, $6,000 apiece.
It's quite a bit of money for a parity draw. I mean, it's a little bit of a payday if you're the one in the end.
TOC is always a little bit of a payday. Oh, and Karen goes high into the trip 8. That is frustration.
And frustration for Karen, but Olivia Terry shooting 5-5 for this leg.
And that's a gear that she has. That is a gear that a lot of players in this do not.
Sometimes you just need 3. Gates to the 15s. Needs to fill it up.
Yeah, he needs a lot more than 3. He needs 9. And he's not going to get 9. Were those the last 3 darts that Leonard Gates throws in this tournament?
Corey Beck's going to try to hope so.
I like that Corey's starting on the points.
Well,
that can go bull now.
That 15 pop with a double bullseye there. Wow.
Dead center of the double bull. That is a coffin shot if I've ever seen one, Mooney.
Man, that hurts.
How is Karen going to be able to do anything here? It's just almost impossible. And she goes wire, wire, wire pretty much. But OT, 1 bull needed to move on and take out Leonard Gates and Karen McGee. There's no pressure here. She doesn't hit it. It's just more of a frustration than anything else. Leonard's going to throw 3 more darts in this. Double, double, double does not get on the point lead. It would put a little bit of pressure on Corey just in case. Gets 4.
I think the damage is done. What do you think,
100%.
my friend?
100%. Damage was done about 3 rounds ago. As Corey Beck, 1 bull needed to move on in this last chance bracket. And that is job accomplished. Corey Beck, Olivia Terry take out the big dog, Leonard Gates, and Karen McGee. Probably the best. They would probably win a singing competition, pair singing competition, Karen and Leonard, out of all the teams. I've heard Leonard actually sing. He could sing. He sings to his music all the time. As we head right on over to Nikki Henshaw. Last chance here. Has not started yet. They're waiting to get going. But Nick East, Tracy Young. One of those teams that looked good on paper. Nikki Henshaw, Tyler Hensey. What's that? So we're going to wait for that one to start as we head right on over to the bonus coverage that is available on Stream 2 on YouTube for PPD and USA Darts. You can follow the link in the description. And we got Ashley Shepard, Casey Jones, taking on Alyssa Evans, Eric Gregory. And this one is a 1-loss side of the bracket.
Jones got the 18s, took off the 19s. Gregory shooting 7.5 this leg.
Eric's been hot this weekend.
But he's going to have to get that 17 filled up here to get the right back to his partner. Yeah, I talked to Gregory all weekend. It's been very, very consistent. Still some hot and cold moments. We all know that.
That sounds like darts for most people. Here's Ashley Shepard. Ashley has won a big TOC event. It was either the finale or it was this. It was not this. It was either the finale or it had been the finale then.
It would have to be the finale.
So Alyssa Evans does not get the point lead back on this 17s. And Casey Jones going to step up, see if he's going to start on points or go straight at the 17s. Points. And Casey, when he's on, he is very, very in fuego. But he will say sometimes the inconsistency comes back to bite him.
Yeah, I mean, we've all had that conversation multiple times about the consistent for your level of play. Consistency is what Eric thrives on. Only got 4 on the 17s. You can see the reaction in his face. He knew he needed that second one to hit.
And it had to feel good on the wire.
Oh, yeah.
A 7 mark anyway. And the good news about Casey is that his partner, Ashley, not only is she going to be positive the whole time, she can also really pick it up when she needs to. You can see her throw is prone to be consistent.
Nice 3 on there. Ashley Shepherds from Games Art R Biz. Our partner Casey Jones, AE Leagues, Illinois Central. Evans to the 17s.
Oh, brutal second. And you see her look up like really dark gods.
Yeah, that actually, from our standpoint, looked like it was heading into the triple. It's unfortunate it hit the back of her first start and kicked out.
And unfortunately wires it into the trip 3 instead.
Another one hit that first start. Alyssa is coming from Troy Vending and Eric Gregory from Playmore.
Casey would have loved to have added more than that to be able to move.
Yeah, as soon as
Good
he
last.
marked that first 18, I noticed he looked right back down to that score line. He was like, that's not good enough. I'm going back up.
Well, it's not good enough because he has Eric Gregory falling right now, who is throwing extremely well, trying to dig his team to stay in this tournament on the one-loss side of the bracket. But we are going to jump right over now as getting started. As boom goes the dynamite for Eric Gregory real quick. As we do head over to the last chance match that we were talking about earlier. Again, this will stay on streaming board number 2 if you want to see the conclusion of that match. You can just head on over on YouTube. But Nikki Henshaw, Tyler Henze, Nick Yeast, and Tracy Young. Here is Tracy. And you got to love a team that doesn't know if a player's going to drop out or not, and they match jerseys anyway.
A big shout out to Tracy Young yesterday. 4th place, women's CSI, hails from St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah, we've had a couple of Missouri players here just back-to-back, right? And, yeah, if you would have told me Tracy Young was going to make the top 4 yesterday, out of all the names that were in that, especially with the 15th highest average, I would have called you a bold decision maker or prediction maker. But, man, did she throw well.
Tyler Henze pushes the point lead out, gets rid of the 19s. Yeast forced to the 18s.
And Nick does bring it with 90 points, but it's still, how do we say this nicely? It's still within 90 points.
Yeah, and Henshaw can take the look. She's got the 20s.
And you can see the match next door to this one is Ram Gravar Jr. and Amanda Cease taking on Dylan Steinke and Taylor Thaxton. That's a top 4 battle. Race to 4 will be the format there in that one.
Young and Yeast forced to the 17s.
Reminder, this is a last chance match, this is a one-loss side match.
Tracy Young able
Last
to get 6. Tyler Henze on the attack. Still's got the high ground.
Guys, I apologize. We're going to use take 3. It is a last chance match. I knew that, but I got confused on the last match we jumped to. Tyler. Is he going to move down to the 17s? He's thinking about it. Now he's wondering if that's the right move, and he knows it's not.
I stay up.
Yep. Yeah. And he's going to feel good about the decision because it paid off at least to get the triple lead.
Well, the other thing of it is I noticed that from his angle, we have the little bit different angle, but he moved a little bit to his left, and that gave him a better view on that trip 20, and he buried it.
The Blue Bonnet runner-up in the women's CSI is out with Kevin Beck. Ashley went Jesse Gore out of this event as well. Heidi Nelson, Jesse Sherwan, and then
and look at this.
Carrie Thaxton and Kelly Mears.
Henshaw, 2 on the 15s, but
And Leonard and Karen.
slams the door on that 17s. Her opponents now have the 16s, but are facing 2 marks on the 15s.
Yeah, it's a tough spot for Tracy and Nick.
Han Solo just needs 1 shot close on the 15s. Still owns the high ground and the point lead.
He's going to step over to the 16s, it looks like. Oh, just a single. That was really close to being a perfect finish to that round. East needs a 9 mark and a 9 mark only. There's a good start of it. Oh, come on now. Nick East. Boom goes the dynamite. Needed the 9, hits the 9, and now Nikki Henshaw finds herself needing to hit a couple of 20s before she can even take a look at the 16s. Most likely she's going to stay there all day now on the 20s.
Yeah, eyes do not move. She keeps them on the prize of the 20s. Tracy Young forced to the 16s. Does she take the look to the top?
Yes, and she pegs it. Tracy Young back down to the 16s. Good 7 mark from Tracy Young. That is bigger than the 9 that was hit by Nick.
You're never out of it. Nick goes 9 on the 16s. Tracy 16s for the triple. Gets rid of the 20. Back to points. Forcing her opponents to the bull.
And this was this was out of hand the other way. And now Nick East only 3 bowls away after hitting the 9 mark. Sounds like someone's talking to themselves, coaching themselves out there in the venue. Oh, big last. And he hits it.
Bullseye.
Wow. That is it.
That is a tournament event, Sean.
Yep, absolutely. It's Nikki Henshaw, Tyler Hensey out. Nick and Tracy move on, and we head right on over to the top 4 match between Ram and Amanda taking on Dylan and Taylor. So first look here at Amanda Amanda Cease. Excuse me. Amanda Cease. She will like everybody to know it is not Seuss, it is Cease. Get it right or pay the price, Mooney.
I didn't say that one.
No, I know, but you're going to have to pay the price, I'm going to guess.
I'm usually the one in trouble.
You seem like the type of person that says Kroger's instead of Kroger. Or
I don't even
you
know.
add like S's to the end of words that like.
We have Dylan's.
Is it called Dylan's or Dylan? Okay.
Dylan's and Kroger.
Well, big 6 mark from Ram. 5.75 from Ram Guevara Jr. And Dylan Steinke, Taylor Thaxton looking to be down 1-0. This is a race to 4, so long format here.
Yeah,
in the
you're
top
not out
4.
of it. Real quick for Amanda Schmitz, Blue Waterham, and of course Ram Star City Amusement. Dylan from Midwest Coin Concepts, Minnesota, and Taylor Thaxton, Associated Vending Incorporated. So big shout out to the vendors to make this happen for them to be here, guys.
What does Ryan say, Walmart's?
Wally World.
Fair. All right, Taylor Thaxton. Can't do a whole lot here. She does close and, see the shoulder shrug, like whatever. Ram, 3 bowls needed. This goes, yeah, I was going to say this has a better chance of going in 2 than it does with him missing. 5-5-7 from Ram Guevara Jr. Leg number 1 goes to Ram and Amanda. Dylan Steinke, at his first TOC, played very well in the men's CSI a couple days ago, had a good run. Taylor Thaxton in her first as well, partnered up. So some talented dart players playing in this event for the first time. And they are already in the top 4 on the winner side.
Only going to get 3 to start. That's a dangerous spot to let Ram start.
Looking up. Yep.
Dangerous happened.
You see Dylan got a little frustrated there, but you got to expect it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. You need to mark it at least 1 triple with a couple to go with it. Minimum, in my opinion, against Ram. 7 mark to start.
Taylor, a good last start just to put some points on the board. See, Ram is pointing to his left, which means 19s.
Stay there.
Oh, big last start from Amanda. Cease. If she throws a 4 and compliments Ram like that, this is going to be tough for Ram and Amanda to lose. But boom goes the dynamite. Dylan Steinke.
Not afraid to go trip 17, and then take a quick look at that 19, and he nails it. Oh, forces Ram only into 3. Driver's seat for Taylor.
And Taylor going to look down and point some more. Dylan and Taylor have turned this leg around a little bit. Looking for Amanda to throw in at least 4 on the 16s. Or going the 15s instead.
Not going to be happy with those first 2 darts. Opportunity here only marks the 1. Dylan, big 9 mark last turn. He is
only going to get 3.
I really thought that third dart he'd come back 17s just because of who his opponent is, but he really wanted to get it off there.
And this is Ram doing Ram stuff. Oh.
Were you shocked he didn't go back to the 15s?
No, I'm not. I could see him just moving around there. You know, it just seemed like that's exactly what he was going to do from the get-go, especially because he took out the 17s on dart 2 easily. Taylor, though, going to make him pay for that. Does exactly. But if you're Ram, you expect to hit that third dart after the first 2, even if it's a switch around the board.
It's a 5-3 on the Bulls.
The other top 4 match is Jillian Phillips, Mike Scarborough, taking on Bubba Brian Bigham and Carolyn Gookie Johnson. And look at this from Amanda. Big darts to put a little pressure here on Dylan. Can the Wisconsinite hold strong? Two more needed. Big dart incoming. And he does close the door. That was a big moment because otherwise Ram wins that leg.
Yeah.
1-1 scoreline.
And the way those darts were hammering that bull straight to the left, I was like, man, hope he doesn't sail that thing out. But he didn't. Stayed true, got the game shots in. Starting leg number 2, folks.
And Ram. Boom goes the dynamite. Ram Guevara Jr. starts off with a 9er. Just like you expect.
9. That was a 9.
One of the more rarer versions of a 9 mark to start off a leg. To point on the 19s instead of the 20s.
Yeah, actually, I thought the same thing. I was like, wow, normally it's trip 20, trip 20.
That's a decent follow, though, from Dylan. A very good answer.
Nice 7 on the 18s. Amanda's got two wedges to work with.
And she stays there for all 3. A great 3 mark. Sometimes you just need 3, right, Ramini?
Sometimes you need 3. We got team dynamics here. I'm giving this back to my partner. I only marked it, but I marked 3.
Taylor. I love that she took the look. She's going to hate the fact that she missed it, but she did the right thing. Oh, and
Did she overthink that one?
well, she tried to correct off of dart 2 and just threw it way too easy.
Yeah.
And Ram, yep, goodbye 18s. Gonna stay. Yeah. Oh, it goes back to the 20s. Big darts from Ram Guevara Jr. That was a partner play.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about that multiple times. The one thing I've always noticed over the years about him is he plays well to his opponents, but he also plays well for his partners.
Dylan only 4, though. That's going to hurt, most likely, if Cease can do something. At least close the 18s. Anything else is bonus right now. And oh, that's frustration.
Should move back into the point values.
She
she
did
stayed
not.
there.
But still a big ask for Thaxton.
Well, and that mark may be frustrating. It's only 1 for her, but she did give it back to her partner with a 1-shot close.
Good last. Not going to be probably enough. 15-point lead with Ram stepping up. Goodbye 18. He's looking down. That's how how confident Ram is.
I'm going to say this. That's Ram doing Ram things.
Yes, it is.
Man.
You see Dylan like side-eyed him like, really? You went 17s on dart 2? Like, that is just confidence is all that is. That's, hey, I'm going to hit my honey pot real quick just to open up another wedge.
The other thing I want to notice about you guys, if you're not noticing those two, Ram and his partner are back there talking about the game. They're building the camaraderie. They are here to win. Just like everybody else, but they're building that team confidence.
Well, and a lot of people, Ram is a quiet person, right, in general. Very, very soft-spoken. But he is a genuinely nice human being. And once, as a partner, he's a fantastic partner. He's going to be calm, he's going to be cool, collected. And then, of course, he's going to throw the greatest darts you could see from time to time. But so can Taylor Thaxton. Big 7 mark just to keep them in the leg a little bit. And I say a little bit.
Oh, rare opportunity for only 3 mark. Does Dylan get gutsy here?
I think you should throw the first dart at it. You're taking on Ram Guevara. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, what else are you going to do?
Yep.
Well, hopefully you hit something. Rutrow.
That'll hurt.
I was going to say he probably didn't want to miss all 3. Amanda, a clear opportunity, even just to close the 16s. Going to stay. Yeah, drills it.
That's a big hit on the 19s.
And you see her pointing on the 19s there. I think that's for the crossover to the 16s more than anything else. But maybe there's something to Ram closing the 19s and pointing it. But how about Taylor Thaxton trying to stay in this leg, scrapping and clawing on the 16s?
You said that many a times about watching her play. She will scrap and claw for every dart thrown.
Oh, Ram. Ram Guevara Jr., ladies and gentlemen. Brandon Kessler, Donna Cady, Christopher Champagne, and Therese Sheezer are out of this tournament. And And all Dylan can do is that. I think one of the weirdest things I can see is it looks like that is, I'm going to guess that there is a collar on that, but it looks like Todd Wigman's just wearing a T-shirt, which is weird to see at TOC.
Looks like it's one of those zip down front or zip down.
Mm-hmm. Taylor not going to be able to do much here. Well, okay, she did a lot.
She got the point lead. It's unfortunate, though.
Not enough.
They are down 4 wedges in this leg.
And Ram's going to close first. He's still going to close, yeah. I mean, there's no reason not to. All Dylan can do is close everything but one wedge, and that's if it's perfect. If you can leave just the 15s for Amanda, that puts a lot of pressure on. Oh, come on now.
Oh, that would have been nasty.
A little bit less pressure on Amanda, but still some.
Got to make him hit.
Only needs 2 marks. And does it. Yep.
Did you see that side really?
Oh, yeah.
She's like, that's the hardest 2 darts I've thrown this whole leg.
Well, your partner just shot a 6.33. You would hate to be the one that missed 2 singles to lose the leg that way.
We've heard that happen a few times.
Yes, we have. But Ram and Amanda take a 2-1 lead now in this race to 4, top 4 match on the winner's side of the mixed CDI. First place, $12,000 split between 2 players. And Dylan Steinke starts off with a 5.
We've seen the last time Ram come up with opening with a 9. Wants to do it again.
The other top 4 match is actually being played in the main hall. For those that are in the venue and want to go watch that, you can find that one in the main hall. Jillian Phillips, Mike Scarborough, Brian Bigham, Carolyn Gookie-Johnson.
Thaxton gets the point lead. Wants that 19 to go. Does get 2 on it. Here comes Amanda. Has the 19s to work with.
And is going to stay there unless she goes trip, or I guess double trip. You're going to miss by 2. That'll work.
Didn't quite get the point lead, but some damage done.
It was a rookie move to not just stay on the 16s like you were trying to do them in the first place.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got to make sure that you try to save face by getting that last start in the 16. I'm obviously joking because you got a talented player like Dylan stepping up afterwards. Throwing a 5.0 right now early in this leg. I'm going to call it, this is a must-win leg for Dylan and Taylor. They do not want to go down 3-1 against Ram and Amanda, with the way Amanda's throwing right now, too.
Yeah, Ram wanted to go ahead and grab that 18, get 4 on the 17s. He wanted that 18 for his partner. But Taylor Thaxton, clear looks around the board.
Yeah, and she's really good at slamming the door. And you saw it right there. Boom goes the dynamite. Taylor Thaxton, a white horse.
And that is a timing shot right there that can just really take that leg out of control from your opponents quickly.
Yeah, we'll call it what it is. It's going to be 2-2 scoreline here in this race to 4. We're going to play a best 3 out of 5 format.
Man, only going to grab 1.
Or, sorry, best 2 out of 3 format.
Here's Dylan. Roughly about a 5 for the match. 5 this leg.
This will be gone right here. That's a little bit difficult to find the double, but that'll work.
Another good 5 mark right there. Ram forced to the middle.
He'll probably hit 6 bowls just for fun.
There's 2. Oh.
Unlucky on the second dart.
There's
he
5.
gets 5.
Hey, Sean called it. 6 out of 6. It was 5 out of 6.
It's just not. I mean, it's easy to call it when it's Ram, right?
I thought maybe you had this crystal ball on it.
No, just
It's
the crystal
Ram.
ball is that great dart players are going to do great things.
It's Ram being Ram. Thaxton just needs the 1.
Finds it. 2-2. Both teams are halfway to the finish line. Best 2 out of 3 now. Who do you give the edge to?
I'm going to give the edge to Ram and Amanda just because Ram's starting has been a little bit stronger. But Dylan and Taylor are playing very well together, consistent. It's going to depend on what Ram does and how Amanda responds.
Well, Ram's going to do this again.
Ram has been the bigger of the two starters, and it's really been setting the tone on their starts, definitely.
That being said, the last time Ram went 9, Dylan did follow with a 7. And he's doing – is he going to go white horse here? Yeah, he tipped it. And only the 4 mark gives Cease an opportunity. There's the point lead.
As in say, she should stay there for all 3.
And again, I think that's why there's something to Ram closing the 19s on Dart 2 with the start. I think Cease likes that number more than 20s.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Taylor likes every number.
She's not afraid to point. She does get 4.
But here comes the dangerous Ram Kavar. Only 4 from Ram.
If you're Dylan here and you trip the 18 first, you taking those shots. Down 2 wedges.
All right.
Mana to the 19s. Needs to get the point lead for her partner.
Mike Maloney, Daniela Pete Smith in the 2-loss side of the bracket, taking on Christy Davis and Steve Hennings. Nikki Kohlhoff, Ryan Jervis taking on, are out. Hunter and Kenny move forward in that one. Nicole Hinshaw and Tyler Hinsey out, losing to Nick and Tracy. We saw that match earlier. And then Carrie Johnson, Kevin Schmitz is taking on Corey Beck and Olivia Terry right now. That's the last chance bracket ongoing, and all those teams could easily be in the winner side or the 1-loss side of the bracket.
Fantastic 7 out of Ram. Forcing Dylan back up to the 18s. And he responds with his 7.
How does Cease respond? Well, so far. Yeah, that's a good round. She needed the 3 mark to just at least keep Taylor at arm's length here. Staying up. Going to stay all 3.
Yeah, she never even, it didn't even bat an eye to move.
No, that never crossed her mind. If she would have gone trip, then she would have moved, but that's it. And even then, probably not, because you have Ram following her. And there's one thing that Taylor's going to know and try to play with. It's the fact that she's being followed by Ram Kavar Jr., who is is 3 darts away from a 9 mark every time.
Yeah, he's master of the board is definitely playing a role in keeping them moving forward, but it's also in the back of her mind too.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. Steinke has been very impressive this weekend at his first TOC. He took out some big dogs in the men's CSI, and he is doing a great job with Taylor Thaxton here of being a consistent A player right now against the great Ram Gavar Jr. and a very solid Amanda Cease.
Amanda gets 4 on the 15s. Driver's seat for Taylor.
Again, Taylor's going to stay there for all of them. Ideally.
That's
only a 1.
That could be punished.
It typically is by Ram, 9 times out of 10. But that's a dead center trip 2. But good adjustments.
Yeah, Dylan has been responding well to what Ram has thrown. Shooting 5.75 this leg for Dylan.
Yeah, he's been great. He's looking Took the shot at the 15s. Was that the right move there, Mooney? I don't think it was.
I think I would have stayed up and given it to Taylor. But as soon as he seen he got the point lead, he didn't even hesitate.
Mooney, real quick, let's talk about the one-loss side of the bracket that's going on out there. We have Lindsey London and Sean Cafflish taking on Jordan Elzinga, Caitlin Myers. Jenny Howd and Mike Carter are awaiting the winner of Brett Hollanday and Meredith McGee, Jake Smith, Kelly Sipe. Big darts from Taylor Thaxton, and that is a huge moment to get out in front and not give Ram Gavar Jr. winning darts here. He did try to close both numbers. Only gets 2 bowls, 3 mark total, but this is an opportunity now for Dylan Taylor to take a 3-2 lead. And they're going to do that most likely. Yeah, double from Dylan. Again, impressive display from Dylan Stanky.
Dylan got it down with a 5-4-7, but Taylor Thaxton there at the end. Monster round to set him up for 3 bowls to win. Here we go.
All right, Dylan Hinkle, Lori Murphy taking on Cody Willis, Jessica Melton out there. The winner of that one takes on Madison Van Beek and Rick Hensey.
Rough start for Ram, only 2. Dylan, impressive last leg, wants to continue on here.
Crystal Anderson, Kellen Sperlin taking on Alyssa Evans and Eric Gregory as well on the one-loss side of the bracket. So there you go. Dylan, a nice 5 mark opening after the 2 mark from Ram, which you'll never see again. Well, you might if you watch it for days.
It's rare. It is rare. Well, Ram wanted to move up. Of course, they didn't discuss that before he goes. He wanted that 20 off. Taylor Thaxton going to utilize the 20 that's open. Oh, and does miss. I see Ram getting rid of that 20 right now.
Yeah, first start. And then 18s. Or 17s. He'll go 17s first. Yeah. And he's going up to get rid of the 8. And he looked down at the board as he was getting just doing his take back. I would not recommend that for most players. Ram can do what he wants. He's Ram. Dylan now taking the aggressive play after the miss on the first start, and I think it's because of the block.
Could be. Ooh, and you know what? He pulled back. He let that second shot get in his head, and he overcompensated, drug it into the 3. Opportunity here for Manning to get them right back out in front with a point lead.
And let's call this what it is. If you're Dylan and Taylor, you want to win this right now. You do not want to go to a last league decider where they're going to diddle to see if they're going to go second
you are
to
correct.
Ram and Amanda.
You are correct.
Great darts from Taylor. Like always, big 7 mark from Taylor Thaxton. The troublemaker is making trouble for her opponents right now. And leg number 6.
Didn't get it done with dart 2. Does get it done with dart 3.
A 4 mark from Ram there is a gift. Right?
Yeah. Anytime you have that opportunity to watch him shoot 3-3-3.
Dylan's going to get aggressive there and does hit it. It is nice to have a partner like Taylor Thaxton who can throw a 5.0 at any given moment. But Dylan has been holding his own against Ram so far in this match. And if he can do that with Taylor coming hot at times, they're going to be extremely tough to beat at this point.
Thaxton has the corners, does have the 18 wedge.
And she is going to try and take out the corners. Attacking the X, I like that, to attack the X on the 15s first. Especially when you can tell that Cease prefers the 15s over the 16s based on how she has gone about that route earlier. And now that forces Cease to her least favorite number to point on.
Ram grabs 5 on the 15s, but Dylan's got 2 wedges. He wants the point lead. He wants to take a look. He has been aggressive against Ram's throw.
Going to want that point lead first. 16s.
Yep. Does gap 1, but damage could have been done with the 4 on the 18s. 72 points to their turn.
And Cease has tried to avoid the 16s. Let's see if she can. She needs it now, though. That was a good second dart just right on the wire. Only 2.
Unlucky she didn't triple on that for that second dart. Taylor, we've seen what she's been capable.
She's going to go 18s. Oh, she went at the bowl. Big last from
There's
Taylor
your
Thaxton.
18 shot.
Yep.
I really thought, as you did, she would go 18 on dart 2, but she took a look at the bull. Didn't happen. And then 54 more points on the score line.
Do you think this is a favorite event for people to watch in person, based on the crowd you have behind you here in this, compared to the men's and women's CSI?
Oh, 100%. You got more people involved in this.
The Wisconsinite for the match. And Dylan Steinke and Taylor Thaxton will move to the Queen Seat match. Who will they take on? They defeat Ram and Amanda in the top 4. Will it be Brian and Caroline or Jillian and Mike? They are playing outside the streaming board right now. As we're going to jump right over to catch the conclusion of Cody and Jessica versus Derek and Lori. This is a last leg decider on the one-loss side of the bracket. The winner gets the distinct opportunity to play Madison Van Beek and Rick Hinsey. All right, here comes Lori Murphy. Lori has played in this event multiple years.
Very unique throw.
Yeah, they gave her a 5. That was interesting. Yeah, she shoves it towards the board after the double pump.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's unique.
You can see Madison and Rick eyeing their potential opponents back there in the background, like a couple of predators waiting to pounce. Even though Madison always looks like that.
Jessica's only going to get 3 on that. The 20 wedge owned by Hinkle. Can trip it, take down the 19s.
You know, one time Madison smiled like she did right there. Look at that. Wonderful. Who told her that we just mentioned her? Them, you know? That had to have just happened. Anyway, Cody Willis, he did drop out of the CSI for the men on Saturday or on Sunday morning because of an elbow. He's wearing the sleeve now, the compression sleeve on there. And it's good to see him being able to recover enough to play in this event.
Yeah, was they call those the bursitis sac? That's what it was, and he had to have it drained.
Ugh. So he had it drained?
Yeah.
Well, I guess being local to the area helps on that type of situation.
Yeah, he had a real red spot on it. He showed it to me, and I was like, ouch.
Well, maybe he's wearing the compression sleeve just to cover that up then. I'm just kidding. Jessica Melton looking at the 19s. This is a last league decider, like we said earlier, Mooney. This is the women's and men's mixed CDI Cricket Doubles Invitational. This is only the 3rd running of this event. Leslie Gardner and Danny Baggish, the defending champions, both not here. You can see their banner in the background. And then, of course, 2 years ago, Bob Anderson, Cheyenne Richards, both also not in this field. Cheyenne not here. Bob is playing out in the main area today.
Hinkle has the 20s, down in points. Wants to grab that trip 20 again on first dart. And he pushed on dart 2. You can see how it would come off his hand, and it flew right to the one. It wasn't as smooth as the other two, but you could see it in his eyes. He had pushed it.
Crystal Anderson, Kellen Sperlin now in the last chance side of the bracket as Alyssa and Eric defeat them. Lindsay London, Sean Cafflish taking on Jordan and Caitlin. Jake and Kelly versus Jenny and Mike. That's the one-loss side of the bracket.
Needs that 17 to hit. Does get it close.
Christy Davis and Steve Hennings are out of this event. And we are almost down half the field at this point, Mooney.
Yeah, we're cruising right along.
Jessica Melton gets the point lead, but not a lot. Derek going to start on the 17s. Might stay there for most of it, unless he goes trip-trip. Because I don't see him wanting to get rid of the X that's on there. Oh, he does.
Massive shot on the 19s.
I take that all back. Aggressive third, and it pays off. Cody's thrown phenomenally so far in this.
Yeah, looking at the scoreboard. Wants to make sure he's making the right shot.
And I would have. He looked up twice, and then just threw it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. He rushed that third one. He didn't make a good attempt.
That's one of those where you forget that you have time.
Yep.
But Lori has to make him pay. Only one. That's a tough spot for a one mark. And Jessica Melton, the Utahn. Staying up there for dart 2 at least. No, she closed the 17s on dart 2. Now going to go back up to the 18s. That second dart was like, oh, thank God that went in, because it dropped way below her target line.
Yeah, aggressive shot on the 17s. Hinkle can get rid of the 18s here. More than likely will want a wedge. Look at the 16s.
Mooney, Corey Beck, and Olivia Terry are out of this tournament. And
That's a monster shot.
Big round from Derek Hinkle.
Monster shot. 4 on the 16s. Trip the 18s. Willis to the 15s. And Cody Willis responds with 7 on the 15s.
Oh, needed another single to take a look at the 15s. Now you got to stay there, and that's tough to find that dart in the middle of that.
Yeah, dart 2 was placed itself in a spot that could have been a predicament for Lori. She's unable to get the third dart to hit.
Mooney, that's one of those moments where you would say sometimes you only need 3.
Sometimes those are the hardest 3 to hit.
If she does only hit 3, it does give winning darts back to Derek, but she's going to do more than that now. The Utahn trying to slam the door. Good enough for right now. Derek needs a lot of bowls to put some pressure right back on Cody, who's been throwing phenomenal in this leg.
Hinkle wanted to get rid of the 15s. Left the bull wide open.
Yeah, and last 3 darts there from Derek in his leg. He knows it. Frustration there for him. It would just lose them or move them to the last chance out of the bracket.
Ooh, didn't get it done on the third dart. Did get a mark on it.
Derek's going to kick himself a lot more right this second, right? get no bowls.
Yeah, you wanted to do something.
Especially if Lori goes up here and hat tricks. Have a little accent on the 15. Got 2 of them. Can Jess close the door here with 2 bowls?
6 marked last time for Jessica Melton. Opportunity here to win the game. Still has the bailout number of the 15s.
This is for the match.
That's an experienced player right there. Not getting it done on dart 2. Pulls herself back. Recomposes.
I don't like that she's thinking about this too much. Just shoot it. Shoot the bowl. Winning dart. Shoot the winning dart. Oh, and she goes back to trip the 15.
Yeah,
which
she pulled back and added
you
that
know
up
what?
to score up.
If you're going to hit the trip and take the winning darts out of the hand of Derek, that's fine too.
Yeah, she pulled back, watched that screen, and she did some math
wow.
in her head.
Yeah, and Derek just, again, frustrating darts. So Cody Willis for the match. Mooney, this has been a lot of great action so far in this Cricket Doubles Invitational, and Cody Willis does get the job done. So him and Jessica will move on in the 1-loss side of the bracket. Derek Hinkle and Lori move on to the 2-loss, as we will take a very short break here, Ryan, to hear from our sponsors. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with more action, including your King-Queen seat match right after this.
What is a bad habit that you see way too often in darts?
Just one?
I mean, name as many as you want.
Dropping the arm that holds the darts on the 3rd dart, swinging the leg over to initiate walking forward after you've thrown your 3rd dart. Throwing wussy darts.
Wussy darts.
It's not like PC, but that's how I would call it, where you're in kind of a panic state, like me right now, and you don't trust your throwing mechanics, so the dart kind of just falls out of your hand. I see a lot of people when they compete for the first time, they just get so scared they just don't trust, and they don't snap and have that really nice follow through. And I was once one of those players, so trust me when I say what you have to do when you're in a panic state like this is you're gonna want to take a big deep breath. Exhale slowly. Oh, that's terrible with the spice. And then sink your weight into the heel. Relax, no tension in the arm. Let the dart fall back. And then bang! You really pow! You really need that full extension, because here's the thing. What I wish someone told me so much sooner than my friend told me. You're either going to hit or you're going to miss. So miss with confidence.
For nearly 40 years, Horizon Darts has been the go-to source for dart enthusiasts worldwide. From top quality brands sourced globally to our very own Laser Darts, the makers of the legendary Black Widow dart. Laser Darts has been scientifically proven, utilizing XRF technology to stand as the highest quality darts in the world. And with our lifetime barrel warranty against breakage, you're guaranteed lasting satisfaction. Not sure which dart is right for you? Try before you buy with our lending library option. Visit our showroom, give us a call, or shop online at horizondarts.com.
Let me tell you about A to Z Darts. We're a specialty dart store with over 10,000 different products. We create in-depth videos and blogs to help improve your game and showcase our products. We give helpful advice on how to practice darts, the fundamentals of form and mechanics, and how to make better decisions when purchasing your darting equipment. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned player, we try to provide fun and informative content. I'm Jen, the creative director for A to Z Darts. I've been playing for over 10 years and I've traveled the world competing in and promoting the sport. This is Will. He runs our live streaming company, USA Darts, and travels the globe as well to broadcast major darting events and interview PDC players alike. You'll find over 2,000 different sets of darts on our website. Guessing right now you're pretty interested in our resources? Learn about form, throwing mechanics, practice routines, scoring and grouping, checkout methods, cricket strategy, and much more. Visit a-zdarts.com to take advantage of our blog or follow us on social media at AZDarts today.
Tell by the way they're scoring, there may be nothing in it. One man misses, does the other man get? Yes! Double 12! That is the most amazing leg dance you will ever see in your life! I can't stay! Double 12, and the 9 Dart King lands another one! Covered by Team Michael. Double 12, back going! The ascension is complete. Incredible stuff. The world number one is world champion.
Access denied.
What is the purpose of the Vertex stand? This product is made by Winmore, and they have solved 3 different problems. Number 1, when you don't want to permanently mount a dartboard. Number 2, when you can't drill into your walls. And number 3, when you want to travel with a dartboard. Not everyone wants a dartboard permanently mounted into a wall. Perhaps you just want to bust out the dartboard occasionally to entertain friends or family. The Vertex stand is perfect because you don't drill into the wall, you simply lean it against a flat surface. This is easily the most convenient product I've ever seen that you can set up or tear down super fast for portability. In minutes, you can have everything packed and ready to go with you for your next darts tournament or a friend's house or even camping. You can lean this bad boy up against a tree. On top of all of that, I love the idea of being able to easily travel with a dartboard. This thing is awesome. I was given it just to review, but believe me when I say it is not going back to A to Z Darts. They can try to pry it out of my hands.
Enjoy 15% off our October Dart of the Month special, the Target Japan Black Mark Dragon 3.0 darts, all month long and bring your game to the next level with its fierce design and performance. These darts feature a front-loaded barrel with tons of milling and knurling that mimic the rough scales of dragon skin for different grip reference points throughout the dart. Finished with a sleek black coating, they'll fit right into anyone's dart collection seamlessly. As a bonus, the entire Target Japan Black Mark series will also be 15% off this month, including the Heracles model, which is currently one of our top 10 best-selling darts. You can also get a chance to win your choice of a Target Tacoma Shell Dart wallet in the color teal, purple, gray, blue, or black with our monthly raffle. How do you enter? Just purchase our October Dart of the Month special and you'll automatically get entered. The giveaway ends November 1st, so don't miss out on your chance for free stuff. Tap the banner on our homepage at a2zdarts.com to shop the Dart of the Month, and don't forget, we ship internationally. Best of luck to everyone.
What is a bad habit that you see way too often in darts?
Just one?
I mean, name as many as you want.
Dropping the arm that holds the darts on the third dart, swinging the leg over to initiate like walking forward after you've thrown your third dart. Throwing like wussy darts.
Wussy darts.
It's not like PC, but that's how I would call it, where you're in kind of a panic state, like me right now, and you don't trust your like throwing mechanics, so the dart kind of just like falls out of your hand. I see a lot of people when they compete for the first time, they just like get so scared they just don't trust and they don't snap and have that really nice follow through. And I was once one of those players, so trust me when I say what you have to do when you're in a panic state like this is you're gonna want to take a big deep breath, exhale slowly. Oh, that's terrible with the spice. And then sink your weight into the heel, relax, like no tension in the arm, let the dart fall back, and then bang. You know, you really like, pow, you really need that full extension, because here's the thing. What I wish someone told me like so much sooner than my friend told me, you're either going to hit or you're going to miss. So miss with confidence.
Welcome back, everybody, to our coverage here of the CDI Cricket Doubles Invitational here in Kansas City, Missouri for the Tournament of Champions, tournament aptly named after myself and Jen Mounts on the mic. How you doing, Jen?
I'm doing great. Had to come onto the mic to talk about our atrocious winner picks from earlier. I believe both our first picks and dark horse picks were knocked out into the second chance bracket pretty early on there, Nick.
Yeah, it was brutal following as we're actually looking at a last chance bracket right here with Hunter and Kenny taking on Derek and Lori. And this is all or nothing territory. And I can tell you, Kenny Doyle, a very stoic man, was very excited to have Hunter Smith today, and I know for sure he's going to dig deep to try to get through this match.
They had a pretty adorable walk-on, because I believe you were standing right next to them when Kenny said, "Smile, wave for the fans, for your fans," right?
Yeah, and then Hunter said, "What fans?" And then Kenny's like, "Well, I'm one of your fans."
How sweet is that?
That means you're not getting coal for Christmas, Hunter.
Well, Kenny Doyle, Hunter Smith was my pick to win, so let's see if they can dig their way back to the top and get some dipping action going on.
Dig in the dartboard twin, as there are some good matchups here. Of course, Derek and Lori going to be fighting pretty tough. Hinkle the Chief is a player that's very familiar with this tournament, has done decent, but never gotten that big win on one of these main stage events. And Lori, I mean, a savvy veteran of events like this, and you can see that with this shot right here, a massive effectively six from Lori. Man, oh man, Kenny Doyle's beard gets bigger every year.
We were laughing. The photos that we took of all the partners, all of our pairings, that was the happiest we've ever seen Kenny look, smiling in a photo next to Hunter.
Love it. I love it. And that's what I love seeing about this event, right? You see so many different partner pairs that would have probably never naturally played together, different sides of the country, probably already have a select set of people that they typically play with in rotation. You get to see combinations that just otherwise wouldn't be possible, and new friendships and partnerships get made from stuff like that.
That's true. As they were standing outside waiting for their walk-on, I could see some of the pairings introducing themselves to each other, and it's just kind of crazy. You're meeting your partner for the first time that lives across the country from you.
Of course, I'm sure all of them do a little bit of homework and research in case the same people all show up, because, of course, they don't know for sure. If someone doesn't make it, it shuffles the entire partner pairings. We've seen Hunter Smith play with Jake Smith in the past. They were one off getting each other again. That could have happened.
That would have been crazy. Decent 3 mark here. Hunter starting off a little bit slow, but looking a little more tight with the groupings there.
Keyword is decent. Lori can make it hurt if she finds a trip on the 18 here. See, she has a pretty big scallop in that dart, it looks like. She does find the trip 18 and makes it a 7.
Beautifully done. Yeah, looks like a scallop notch in the center of the barrel. Pretty significant one. I'm just here to defend the scallop grip and get these scallop-phobic guys off the mic.
Yeah, you can't take these guys to any seafood restaurant.
That's a good one.
Well, there, Kenny does try to save the day with the last start trip, but unfortunately, with a 60-point difference, you're asking favors from the Chief, a man who, while nice in candor, is not willing to be that nice in this moment. Just going right at this close. This is the best case scenario for
kind of a
Kenny and
gift.
Hunter.
Bit of a gift to Kenny and Hunter as they required all 3 darts to close, so we still have time to hit those corner pockets and get back into the game here.
Looks like Jillian and Mike did get into that seat match against Dylan and Taylor, which should be phenomenal lineups there. And admittedly, some teams that did not get enough accreditation maybe in that opener that we were talking about, but we're going to be seeing them on board 1D here in just a few.
With such an open field, I mean, it's really unexpected what's going to happen. So although some unexpected results, still it's not shocking at the end of the day to see any of these pairings chemistry work out.
When your bottom team's an 8-0 combined and your top team's an 8-6 combined, yeah, there's no reason to be shocked about anybody coming through, especially because you know it's the best of the men and the best of the women all in this event. Marvelous
Performance by Lori so far this leg, really progressing their hold on securing this win.
Yeah, this is 9 mark or nothing, and it looks like nothing just because it doesn't matter if it's not a 9. In fact, it is, but just with some wrong numbers mixed in with the 2s, and that might be all she wrote. Derek Hinkle can punch this one away or get very close to it just with closing the 15s. And take 2 darts. And does find a bull. So all Hunter can do is stay on this bull, get 3 to close, and then needs another 3 to get up. So a 6 bull turn is the only Hail Mary left in the bag of tricks. Otherwise, Lori can shoot right at these 2 bulls.
How about Lori with the highest average of the 4 right now and about to close out the game potentially?
Yeah, pop off there. It really shows why I love this event. The women are the defining variables here. I think that fully and wholeheartedly it makes up the difference, and it's about having the girl that's on the day. And honestly, she's like, I'll go first, Derek. I ain't even worried about it.
Big breath, trying to fixate on that bull. Immediately abandons bull for an 18. I don't hate the shot.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it. Finds 3 over there. Make sure that no matter what, Kenny Doyle is going to be finding some serious trouble. Now needs 5 bulls to recover the deficit. So 5 is the minimum.
Yet her partner Derek back there approving of the choice, the strategy change there. It's always tough when you don't have belief in what your partner is going to do and they go up and you want to interject. But a lot of the team chemistry seems to be pretty decent in this parity draw.
Yeah, it's about having that quick conversation at the start of the day of the general philosophy, and then afterwards just trusting that they know what they're doing, you know what you're doing, and making tweaks where you need to.
We're still in the same position. Derek needing 2 bulls to win, still ahead in points, so great opportunity here. Easy to correct, a little low. Oh, but he abandons it too. Goes for the security.
Yeah, it was an awkward position, and now all of a sudden there is a match starts here for Hunter Smith. And a little bit of oopsie-daisy if she finds that first double bull.
Derek going for that hero dart on the 3rd dart, going back to bull.
I don't like going back. If you don't feel comfortable, then stay off it. There's no reason to force that. You gave a game shot, which granted isn't getting taken, but she finds one more bull.
Yeah.
When she does. This gets a little interesting, Jen.
It got very interesting.
Miss Murphy going to have to recover the point lead. Still the top average on the board, leading the way in this matchup. Tied score. Important dart, you have to find at least a single. She does, but that's bare minimum. Kenny Doyle now has a shot for single bull, trip 18, double 16.
Let's see it.
Kenny eyebrow raise. He knows. This is going. I'm calling it.
Oh.
No, doesn't get the trip 18.
Back to bull, and he does.
Yeah, but this is where it gets scary because Derek's not going to be considering the bull at all in the shot. I don't think he should. I really, truly believe he goes trip, and then can take a dart.
Yeah, especially with the order of play here in question.
Yeah, you see the 183 following you up. That's a great call out, Jen. So you want to make sure that they have to do all the hard work. 40 points. You should stay on the 18, and
Oh
that's
my
a
gosh.
crazy dart because you have to hit it. But there you go. Derek Hinkle and Lori Murphy do knock out Kenny Doyle and Hunter Smith.
Wow, he did not care what you had to say, Nick. He was
No,
going for
most
that
people don't, Jen. Most people don't.
We're switching over here with Kellen Sperlin just throwing. Up next, Tracy Young. A little more competitive of a match going on with the averages.
This is a last leg matchup right here in the last chance bracket. And what should be an interesting matchup because right now Nick and Tracy have been fighting quite well. Crystal Anderson, Kellen Sperlin, a very subtle duo when you actually think about it and put it to practice. Crystal Anderson played my dad last night. Got a chance to watch her up close and personal in that third place Division 5 matchup.
Okay, so a late night for Crystal. Maybe not feeling as fresh today, but the average is looking good.
Well, I would normally agree with you, but they run things so tight around here, Jen. I'm going to be honest. That was only like 9:30.
That's true. That's true. I'm leaning into my senior years already in my mind, so 9 o'clock's late for me.
Yeah, you are getting up there. Sorry, guys. I just want to remind everybody back at home that Will says we're not allowed to compliment each other, which is why we went for that. And
so we're just going to insult each other. Okay,
yeah,
got it.
It's your turn next, so just let me know when.
Oh, I mean, what's to choose from?
Nick did not go for the 5 mark here. After the first trip, he could have gone for the 217s. If you're going to stay, you have to stay up there. I don't like that switch up because you didn't accomplish that much. Either go for the trip 20 and then 2 singles or stay up until you find 2 trips. This gives Kellen a golden opportunity. Mm-hmm. Now the 20s will go away, and you won't have the point lead.
Oh, and he has another dart to correct.
Yeah, it's just going to be barely. Could have heard a lot more, and you can see Crystal giving a little bit of love in the back.
What a competitive leg we have here. When it's this tight, I mean, they battled and battled for control over 2019, and you can see the result now. We're still so close, nearing 1,000 points already.
Exactly, and this is, again, a one and done. This is for your tournament life. This is for your chance to still stay in and try to go for the run. You can see Danny Baggish, Leslie Gardner's banner back there. You're going for the first place prize. You're going for gold.
You're going for $12,000.
It's a lot of thousands. 12 of them, actually.
12 of them, in fact.
Incredible.
And, of course, we still have our elite finale remaining for the men's and women's side, going for $30,000 elite prize. Beautiful, beautiful 6-mark there from Crystal Anderson.
Ander Can. That was a beautiful 6. And now Nick Yeast is going to be moving over to the 15s. And it's all or nothing. Unfortunately, he has to go down to another zip code to get this package delivered.
We need to throw a little harder. And that happens often. It drops low because you're physically moving further distance away when you go that far to the right of the hockey.
Kellen to send it home. We'll take it one bull away from doing so and continue to move on as we're heading round 16, but the round out will not come into play here. Tracy Young going to make a last-ditch effort on these bulls, and it might be a good one at that. But even with a double, can't regain the point lead by 14 points. It's a good effort, but not going to convert.
I think Crystal Anderson hits first dart bull here.
Second dart.
Okay, I'll take that action.
$5?
$5.
Monopoly bucks.
1-800-GAMBLER,
folks.
Oh, Nick. Hand it over. Get that wallet out.
Crystal Anderson, Kellen Sperlin, move on. Continue to fight along in this competitive bracket. As you can see over there, some very talented folks. Mike Scarborough and Jillian Phillips, Dylan Steinkeleg, and Taylor Thaxton.
Mike Scarborough, our runner-up pairing with Cheyenne Richards last year. And so we've just got a completely different feel. It's been really interesting to see these pairings. Very excited to see as we continue down through the bracket. We've already progressed quite a lot through the tournament.
And here we go. We're getting set for our King Seat matchup. You can see Dylan getting things going here in this great group of players. Not really any bad ways to draft this one up, as they're going to be wasting no time getting into the action. Dylan starts off with a 6 on the 20s. Jen, it's a race to 5. It's competitive teams. And I'm going to have you predict who's going to win this.
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm going to have to go in favor. Oh, geez. Hold on. Let me look at the first round and then make my decision.
Right now.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to go Scarborough, Jillian Phillips. I think that's going to be the stronger team.
I think that's a great take just because Jillian and Mike, they naturally complement each other's energy just in so many different ways. Between the bedazzling of Mike Scarborough and Jillian Phillips.
They're fun. They're fancy. They're a hoot. It's a good chemistry.
We got fancy pants, and Mike might take off his fancy pants. Scarborough there. You never know what clothes you're saying on or off him. I will go the opposite here, though. I will go Dylan and Taylor. I think what I saw earlier sitting in the background of the comms booth, looking at Dylan, he's doing a good job of controlling that 8-player positioning. And Taylor, when she is in form, I truly believe has some of the best form in the room. She is incredible. So, yeah, I'm going to think that duo probably can outgun, but I've been proven wrong before, especially by this man, the giant killer, Magic Mike Scarborough.
Look at the 20, and he stayed there to close behind 80 points. Very interesting.
That's something with Scarborough's game. He loves to get a little tricky with it. He will go for some unconventional shots, and he will make you think a little bit about what's happening here on the dartboard. And that's what has caused him to find some great success. In doubles play, though, you have to make sure you're on the same wavelength if you're doing shenanigans.
Yeah. Big correction on the second and third dart after an awkward release in the first dart. Impressive.
Yeah, troublemaker, not getting into any trouble there after an errant first start.
It's a tough when you miss high on the 16. It's always hard to correct there, but Jillian has to stick with it. There's just no option around it.
Yeah, but not much you can do in this first leg either way, as they are just continuing to walk along the board. You can see that combined 9.5 right now for Dylan and Taylor versus the combined 5 for Mike and Jillian. Obviously going to have the expectations of stepping it up as either one of them on their own can average a 5. And that should be about the goal, right? I think your goal should be closer to, again, we see the combined 8 to 8.6. Your goal should be right around an 8.5 combined.
Yeah, I think for the B player in this situation, anything 3.5 higher is going to carry you through a lot in the last chance bracket. Maybe you're going to need to produce closer to a 4 at some point. But really at the end of the day, though, improving your average is not thinking about your average. So we fixate a little too much on it from the spectator side, I think, sometimes. But really it's just about the right strategy to win the game. And a lot of times that might mean a couple clutch single darts.
Yeah, I've talked with players in the past because they're like, I could get into the CSE Challenger Series. I can get into this. I can get into that. I said, I'm sure if you tried to go for strategies that would inherently raise them, you could. You go only for open numbers. Make sure to not go for the bulls at the end of legs type of stuff, right? That's entirely possible, but that's not the point. The point is the better players will rise to the top. Mike Scarborough has not held the highest average in some of these events, but we've seen him get great results because of the way he has comfort in his own strategy.
Yeah, naturally he's going to finish with a lower average playing so aggressively all the time. I mean, it's just mathematically how it's going to work out, but a strong performance from Dylan right out the gate. However, we've got Scarborough Phillips starting us off here. Ooh, tough second dart. He cannot convert on the third. That is going to be a bad position here starting 0-1.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still using the same set. He switched right before the Invitational in August to some darts. I'm blanking on the name of the barrels, but they are very small, like 2-finger barrels.
Way to capitalize on that. Open 20 as Dylan pounds in a 7 mark.
Dylan with some stank on that stanky leg. Good recovery there. Jillian does go ahead and get a number close, get some points on the board, giving a little bit of a bailout to Scarborough if Taylor doesn't do that.
Oh, I love a 19-17 transition, but perfect strategy. Goes back up for the 20 to gain a point.
Do you think the guy or the girl in general in this event has more pressure on average?
I mean, pressure's relative. It's dependent on the individual and their mentality. I would say almost always there's more pressure on the A player, so regardless of gender. Whomever is starting first, whomever is corking, a lot of times the tougher decisions are made from that standpoint. Wow, fantastic performance. Dylan just raising the standard as we go on here.
Yeah, radio silence from the team they expect to be one of the loudest in the room, celebrating and having fun with it. They just are not getting to the races here so far. And once you get to a 2-leg difference, it's just about holding throw in a loser start format.
Do you feel more pressure as the A player or B player in any situation?
Oh, as the A player every time,
Yeah.
right? I will say with this, it's just a little different, right? Because, you know, if you're the top average female, you're paired with the bottom average male or vice versa, it adds an extra layer of that, right? It's not like a normal, I'm the A player on our set team.
Right.
I think with the finale day, you feel that quite a lot as well, because sometimes it's hard to define who is the A player, or are we just two B players in disguise?
Do you like switching order of play if you're ever really close in skill with a
Oh,
partner?
all the time, yeah. I am very comfortable and here's the rule of thumb. If you're ever playing with a new partner, this is my advice for you, as Dylan is just going to continue to dog walk the leg.
Absolutely perfect darts from Dylan here in this leg.
Yeah, 6.33 and disgusting. I love it. If I go to and get, I'm going to use a blind draw as an example because it's the most common context of playing with someone you don't know. If I go to a blind draw and my partner asks who's diddling, I will just go up and diddle.
Right.
If they start walking up to the board to diddle, I will just let them do it. And that's how I decide who's going first or who's not. It's as simple as that. It's all a confidence play. Yes, there's some statistical elements, but if you truly don't know your partner, it's about who's feeling it. But in the case of something like the CDI in particular, Taylor Thaxton does make this 2-0. I definitely think the pressure typically falls on who has the higher expected average of the two, right? If you're the top performing female, you're going to say, I am the difference maker here, because the top performing female typically in mixed type events usually does dictate a lot of success or failures. Same thing for the male. If you're the top performing male and you get a first time in the event of lower average, you feel pressure to perform and give them an experience that might be newer for them.
Scarborough coming alive, tight grouping, just barely missing out of a 7 mark. However, they have a lot of work to do, being 0-2 in a race of 5. Only one more leg for Dylan and Taylor to progress.
Yeah, pressure's absolutely on. I even see a comment in here saying that this is the best I've seen Dylan play. You'll see standout players, especially in these longer, not just 3-day events. Like this is a 5-day event, multiple main events at that. Sean Kaflish being an absolute standout, where I've always known him to be a 5, but that was more than a 5. That was a 5 of excellence. And Dylan clearly right now feeling very comfortable today and probably finding some good driving here with Miss Thaxton. Taylor doesn't convert, so this is the real first kink in the armor we have seen, and it's coming in leg 3 for Dylan and Taylor. Magic of Mike Scarborough going to try to live up to the name and produce some magic here.
They're in a great position, only 2 mark from the other team. Went for the Maloney double, and it really punished him, so he's going to look back up at the 20. Now, Nick, do you think the Maloney double is naturally just becoming more popular because we're constantly talking about it and because of the CSC, or is it just something that has always been there's a variety of players throwing it out there from time to time? I see Olivia Terry go for it a lot.
Well, first off, I don't think. But second off, no. I think that there's a little bit of people are noticing it more and then therefore calling it the thing. And I think it was always around. But I do think there's a little bit of popularity with it. It depends on what side the camp you fall on. I think if you're a steel tip player that's very comfortable hitting doubles, I think that you'll see a lot of players indicatively go to that way. I think at the same time, don't do it. You should minimize it. I think once you hit over that 4.0 average range and you want to incorporate that into your game, that's your own decision. But I will see time and time again players that are under that 4.0 MPR on a regular basis trying to do that, and you're just statistically hurting yourself.
I think that is the misunderstanding of you need to have a certain percentage chance to make certain decisions, and hero darts often just punish lower rated players.
Well, it's also, again, if you're truly just a soft tip cricket player, you do not practice your doubles. that's just not a thing. I mean, maybe you do, but a lot of times, especially, again, these players I talk to from the 2 to 3, even up to the 4 range, they sometimes only will ever play league. They'll majority play cricket or fat below 1, and a lot of times open. So, yeah, why would you go and take that? Now, if you're actually playing some Bob's 27 every now and again, playing a double in, double out type format occasionally, I have a very different opinion. I play a lot of steel tip. I feel very comfortable shooting double 16, but I'm not shooting the double 17 because I'm not going to leave myself a double 17 steel tip intentionally.
Even at that elite level, we're not seeing a master out, double out, split bowl format in 01. So like to your point, we're almost never, ever practicing doubles in soft tip. It's very true.
But not Scarborough, the other Mike, Maloney does, in fact, practice it. I know Olivia Terry does, too, and that's why it's in their games. Now, you can argue if it's still good or bad at that point, but now we're just getting into semantics.
It's been an interesting battle back and forth to gain ground here, gain the advantage. It's so close. It could be anyone can dominate the first half and just really run with it. Because I feel like once we get down to the 17, whomever is ahead.
Well, here's the problem. Dylan and Taylor start off very slow in this leg. And like Mike Scarborough typically treats shirts, you have to tear it apart, right? You have to take advantage of a moment like that. And they did well, but they haven't really gotten control here, and they're still staying within range. That's a great shot there, and a fancy pants double.
There you go.
Not going to give Maloney credit. We have to give him a dollar every time we say that. So.
That'll take off. Fancy pants double. I love it.
It's like Q-Soul, baby. You have to pay like royalties every time.
Big 5. We just keep edging closer and closer. Who's going to knock out? Are they going to knock out that 20? Or is Mike going to just run the board now?
See, this is a moment where if this was single, Scarborough walks along the bottom of the board. I don't think that's going to be the same shot selection here. It's not. He's going to start up top. Now he can take the switch V once, but I don't blame him.
Beautifully done. Oh, now he's going for the 17 close. Little low to the right. It was almost like a last-second decision. He's like, okay, I'm going to go down, but perhaps there wasn't as much of a secure plan and confidence going for that 17.
Yeah, it puts Steigy in a tough position because he had to find a 9 or a 7 effectively. Yeah. But instead, he only finds a 4. Jillian gets an opportunity now for a clean look at the close. Yeah, drills it back up. Good shot there from Fancy Pants.
Fantastic round. I mean, those are those clutch 5-mark rounds that are massive from your B player.
Taylor can do a little bit of a bailout and does do so. Finds a 7 to reduce the point deficit to Uno.
Darn near the best case scenario. That's a lot. That's a pressured moment that she absolutely capitalized on.
See, this is the shot I typically expect from Mike. A very close, big corner pocket close, and just walks along.
Mike.
Woo! You love to see it. Not much Dylan can do. You can see his eyes glance to the scoreboard there to see about setting up a close. I don't like it with one bull already marked. Normally, if there was no bulls marked and you want to go single bull and then close, that's fine with me. You're leaving a 4-2, a 4-3, or sorry, a 3-3 on the bulls. But there, Jillian can hit a double bull in one dart. I wouldn't risk it.
Yeah. It never ceases to amaze me how comfortable people are moving around in tight pressured moments. I really like remaining with that reference of where I just threw and pounding in the bulls in that moment. But to each their own.
Yeah, you can see Taylor not having a worry in the world, just trying her best to stay dialed in going into the next leg, because that 2-0 advantage still will come into play here. They will get the start and continue to have opportunities to stay 2 legs away.
Yeah, Mike gets it done.
Good shot there from Scarborough.
We're on the board. Mike and Jillian now 1-2-2 against Dylan and Taylor. A race to 3 in our king seat match. This is a very important one, Nick, with a triple elimination bracket.
Yeah, I think people undervalue how important it is to have the extra lives, because I can tell you as the seat holders, it's very easy to start off very tight, and you might get a little surprise in there for you. So having that extra life there to make things at worst case scenario or best case scenario even, worst case scenario a little lopsided, it's still important. It's so imperative to make sure you're careful. and getting the wins where you can find them. But the other side of that, it's a lot of pressure to say, I don't want to get triple dipped. You start thinking about it because it's the worst way to lose. It's one of the worst feelings possible.
It happened to me in 2015, and I can still remember. I can remember exactly how it felt. That was before the women's CSI was around. Beautiful 7 mark from Taylor Thaxton, following up a 6 from her partner. We have completely shattered the standard for this leg.
Yeah, immediately off to the races. No time wasted. That's an awkward dart for Jillian. You can see that second dart just kicks down and low. She tried her best to make it work.
I mean, fair play to Jillian to keep it all within a single mark at least. So we've got 3 marks working around a tough block dart isn't bad.
Yeah, this race to 5 matchup is getting intense here with Dylan and Taylor taking advantage of their start, looking really collected. You can see, look at the way Mike Scarborough holds that dart. It is, again, a very small barrel with a long back end. Second time I've done that with Scarborough on a stream. One was on national television.
Big round for Taylor. 5 mark. My gosh, these averages are incredible this leg. A lot of work. If I'm Jillian and Mike, I'm probably pointing for 9 rounds in a row.
Yeah, well, what you're really hoping for is for them to just take a quick reprieve and you just try to settle in, build a foundation, and build up on whatever house you can find. You're trying to take it from a single story to at least a duplex.
At least a halfplex.
You say halfplex?
It's a thing.
No, it's not.
It is.
No,
It's synonymous with duplex.
Okay, I'm not going to take word advice from the person that didn't know chicken Caesar salad wraps.
Folks, this is not important and not relevant to the game, but I had my first chicken Caesar wrap of my life from Jimmy John's. It had croutons in it and everything.
Yeah.
I'm still amazed. Didn't know such a thing existed. And we're fired.
No, we haven't complimented each other yet.
We haven't yet.
Not once.
Did you put deodorant on today, Nick?
I did.
Oh, okay. You sure?
It's Old Spice Fiji.
All right.
Yeah, I have bad taste in deodorant. Does get the close on the last dart there for Taylor. Not going to be happy with it, but it's all that was needed to be done on the turn. And time again, you have to ask yourself, what is the goal I'm trying to accomplish on this turn? And then, therefore, anything else you do after that is extra credit on the assignment. If my goal is to just go to 16, well, she did that.
Hey, Jillian, I mean, that last trip, great last. To at least try to survive, they can maybe hope and pray that they can come back on bulls. But, Dylan's going to play smart. He's going to absolutely shatter their chances of coming back in this leg now.
Currently going on, it looks like Cody and Jessica taking on Alyssa and Eric, with Cody Willis and Jessica Melton 1-0 up against Eric Gregory and Alyssa Evans in that matchup.
No chance to progress ahead in points, so we're looking like a 2-bull finish for Taylor. She still has 20 to point on. I mean, this is just the best case scenario if I'm that team coming into this moment.
Yeah, you're all jacked up on Mountain Dew if you're them. As there you go, drills the double.
Beautiful first start.
Head of the household, Taylor Thaxton, doing a good job there, averaging a 4.2, complimenting Dylan's 5.5. And, I know Sean and Ryan were very aptly pointing out the impressive performance from Dylan Steinke, but, I mean, it continues to remain impressive.
I'm just realizing I was thinking best of 5 in my head. We're race to 5, folks. So a good position for Dylan and Taylor, up 3-1. 2 more legs needed to secure their place in the finale of our Mixed Cricket Doubles Invitational.
Let's see what low sugar Shane Johnson can do here.
Sweet and low sugar Shane Johnson.
Oh, how about a 9 mark to get things going, Jen?
Boom goes the dynamite. Dylan absolutely carrying the average of this entire match.
We got a little bit more bass in there. I think just a little bit more bass.
You know how much effort that takes to try to imitate Sean?
Oh, I get it. It's hard. I always have to get a haircut to start. Jillian Phillips going to try to find a new house early on. Again, we're seeing this flipped on its head. Sugar in the chat saying, excuse me? He ain't a sugar daddy. He's a splendid daddy. Yeah, this very quickly is looking like 4-1. And now if I'm Mike and Jillian here, alarm bells are going off. And you can see they're still going to be laughing, not having a worry in the world. You can have a face in the front, but if I'm thinking about the match position, I'm thinking this is getting hard. This is getting tough.
I think they've been feeling the pressure since leg one. It's just clearly a strong team that they're facing. Very consistent.
Well, yes, I mean, it's a game of statistics, right? So for Dylan, if he goes in at whatever average he came in at, I'm not sure off the top of my head, but let's just say he came in at a 4.7 and he's averaging a 5.3 for the day, that's a significant improvement, right? And if he's comfortable going first, you have Taylor who can easily do that as well herself as one of the top 3 average ladies, if I'm not mistaken here. So it's a very tough position. Sorry, 4th highest average there in the women's.
Ooh. Jillian's big 6 mark, I believe. Or is it 7 mark? 6 marker on 16 absolutely kept them alive, giving Mike this golden opportunity. When you're 3 houses down, I don't think there's much to think about here.
It's all or nothing on the 16s. You're trying to tee up a shot for Jillian in this scenario. You can't afford much else. You can try to take away one of the numbers and try to go back over and do some back and forth, but I think you're getting too fancy with it. He does go ahead and do that. I don't think he liked the position after the second dart deflected. I don't think that's going to make too much of a difference. If my whole shot here is just involving a single 16 and whatever else I can hit.
Dylan's going to knock out the 16. He's going to go back for points.
Good switch to the 17. Didn't like the position of that first dart. Does leave an opportunity here for Jillian to make things a little bit trickier. No matter what, she has to start with getting this 15. She can't get too risky in this position, in this spot of the match. You're 3-1, facing down a tough position.
I can't tell you how many times I've been in this position for Taylor where I'm going to go for 3 single 15s just to guarantee. Like here especially, I would then aim fat. But she went for the triple.
She said, watch this, and deflected good. It was a little scary, but gets the job done. Now, with this being a 4-3 on the Bulls in separation, I'm probably closing all around here and saying, Dylan, either hit the 3 or give out Jillian an opportunity for 4. The other option here is, of course, hit 4 Bulls and hope that with the extra dart it takes for Dylan, the game isn't over. It's not a bad look. It's a good shot.
Great shot. The minimum what needed to be done. Statistically, I would not be likely to close 18, 17, 15 on my round, so I would have done the same. Bulls all the way.
There's the added dart. Doesn't find the double.
Wide open though. Is he gonna go for it?
Yeah, no game shot. There's not as much risk there. Now Jillian's only goal here is to hopefully leave Mike Scarborough a point lead. So again, same thing, drilling these bulls home. I hit the mute button backwards.
Folks,
I've muted the wrong way around.
Nick essentially hiccuped, then muted himself to continue to talk. That was a brain fart if I've ever seen one.
It's harder than it looks, folks. Credit to Ryan and Sean making it look easy.
Taylor Thaxton gets it done. They are in the lead 4-1 in this race to 5 legs to secure their spot into the finale. Oh my goodness, I would be elated here. I would think, okay, there's no need to get uptight and worry about like just one more. It's like just already think you've won it in this position.
Here's the thing. Even if Mike Scarborough and Jillian play perfect here, it doesn't matter because you'll get 2 legs now with the start before a potential last leg decider where you would have a chance for a 3rd leg in a row to start. That is such a big ask no matter who you are. But the beautiful thing about watching something like the CDI is it's entirely possible where you and your partner click at that right moment too. Every person in here, and I don't care if you're the bottom average male or female, you are an elite player and you've qualified to be in this room. Oh, Hunter is not happy over there. Looking like someone just stole her chicken Caesar wrap.
That was me.
That's where you got it?
That's where I got it from.
Wow. You know, Hunter's very nice.
I do. Beautiful 7 mark, Jillian. Feeling a little more confident with the top numbers. I think there's been a couple tough spots having to try to survive on the corner pockets and that being the tougher rounds, but she's starting off strong.
And there's an opening. Taylor Thaxton finds a whole lot of, oopsie. Gonna have to walk away and hope that that doesn't hurt too much. But Scarborough, after that beautiful 7 mark from Jillian, is going to be very happy about this positioning.
The fancy pants double gets it done, progresses over to the 18.
I love that we rebranded.
Yeah, I like it.
That's enough of Maloney Shmaloney. Dylan going to go ahead and do a little bit of recovery here. And does find a 3 in the bed there. A beautiful boom goes the dynamite on the 18s.
We figured out our mute button system.
Yeah, no, that time it worked.
Well, I needed to collect myself.
You're doing so good, Jen.
No, I'm doing terribly. Papa didn't hear that.
Taylor has an opportunity. This is a big shot. Switch to the 20s for 2 singles. Doesn't find the big single. Is she going to stay? She finds the double.
With the fancy pants double twice in a row. What's going on?
What's going on is that was a magnificent momentum swing. Scarborough here has to go start the 17s, and if he hits 4, he should pop this 18 no matter what. Yeah, he finds 3, pops the 18, going back down, needs a trip. It's a beautiful answer from Magic Mike. Darts on the board and Bitmoji on the dart pole.
And we've been your B-team commentary for the night, folks.
But a good run, everybody, as Dylan there gets a little bit of a bell ring with that.
I like that. We're getting fired up here. Everyone's feeling it. You see everyone's pace quicken as well. When you shoot better, you move faster. You want to get you're itching to get back to the board.
I mean, look at this, right? A 4 and a 5.33. So now a 9.3. That exact range we said you should target is now going against was that over a 10 combined average? It's incredible timing from these players. Taylor's going to go ahead and switch to the 15s.
Oh.
She sells it high. Probably doesn't like the position of the dart she has at the 16. I think in this scenario, I'm going to go back to the 16, though. I would rather have a chance to deflect into a single. Exactly what she does. Scarborough now needs to find 4 15s to be able to swing with the point lead. He starts at the 16. Again, akin to something we would expect to see from him, but it was an all-or-nothing dart. Gives you a clear bailout point. And does find the 4 that he needs to get the point lead back. Still enclose the 15s here, Jen?
No.
Wow. No faith.
No, I thought you meant first dart. Sorry. He's going to start point and then close the 15 like we all thought, right? And a double pull while he's at it.
I believe my friend Mooney would say, coffin shot, baby.
We need some catchphrases, Nick. What's going on here?
2 fruits just mean salad, Jen.
Just 2 fruits being a salad. Couple of fruit cups on the mic.
1 bull needed for head of the household, Thaxton, and Dylan Stanky Leg to move on to the finals.
I'm going to say second dart this time for the bull.
First dart.
Oh, Nick, we're 1-1. Beautifully done. Taylor Thaxton, Dylan Stanky, right? Stanky?
Yep, Stanky.
Stanky
Leg.
Stanky Leg.
I don't know if that's actually his nickname, but I've been really forcing it.
They have secured their spot in the finale of this mixed CDI event, hoping for $12,000 to split between the 2 of them. And we're going to show a few more matches coming up soon as we progress through the first chance and second chance bracket here.
Yeah, this is the last leg decider in the 1-loss side of the bracket between Cody Willis and Jessica Melton taking on Eric Gregory and Alyssa Evans. Last leg decider, all on the line before you go to the last chance side of the bracket or continue on with the one loss. And I believe they're getting pretty deep in this bracket, too. Yeah, they're right now falling. The loser of this match is still going to be 9th through 10th. If you win this match, you guarantee to make the money. So a very important factor. Something I will say, when you look at triple elimination, it's a lot harder when you're on the one-loss side of the bracket to know exactly if you're in the money or out of the money, and I think that's a good thing.
Right. Yeah, so it's not on the mind.
You have to look for
important. Exactly.
Winner of this does get Brian Bigham and Carolyn Googie in what should be a great match. Saw their walk-on earlier where Carolyn jumped on the back of, or Bubba jumped on the back of Carolyn, and Carolyn looked at him and said, "This is the last time I'm carrying you. It's going to be the other way around the rest of the day." They had a little bit of a laugh about it. What does the blonde bomber have in store for us? She's proposing a good round. Can she convert to a 7? She can, with a 2-point lead.
Cody Willis, Carly Griggs' not favorite dart player, is up to the line. We had interviewed her asking her who her favorite dart player is, and when someone suggested Cody, she goes, "Oh, I don't consider him a darts player."
Yeah, never heard of him.
only to clarify, she considers him family.
Oh, well, it's funnier if you don't add the last bit in.
But before she explained herself, we were dying.
I think she was just saving herself, not explaining herself. But hey, to each their own, as Eric Gregory going to go ahead and convert on a 6. Now down to a 4-point deficit. Cream Puff here should start at the 17s, get this close confirmed.
It's good to see Jessica Melton at Las Vegas Open. She's playing some steel tip there, holding her own well on the steel tip side of things. So this is my first time getting to enjoy watching her soft tip game.
Well, which is funny because her and Jillian notably more soft tip than anything. Las Vegas Open getting into it. And then also on top of that, Cleveland Extravaganza after a last-second tournament switch-up. We don't have to get back into that beef. But they did go over there and have some pretty good results playing both sides of the board. And if you're a dart player in North America, you got to be playing both sides of the board.
One more needed, and she does it. Wow, back-to-back. 7 mark, 6 mark for Alyssa Evans. That's fantastic play there.
And everyone's above a 4. Welcome to the party, everybody. An 8.8 taking on a 9.2 right now. Good play from Cody. Gets the job done. The man who laser tagged a little too close to the sun, it seems, at the start of this weekend.
It's good to see Eric Gregory. It's been a minute for me. I don't cross paths as much with some of the more Midwest players or your soft tip dominant players. So he's looking in good form.
Well, Bob McCoy and Nicole Torres do bow out at the 11th, 12th position to Crystal Anderson and Kellen Sperlin. That team is now playing Lindsay and Sean to get into the money in that 9th, 10th position last chance matchup. Brittany Gray saying, my favorite commentators. Brittany, thank you. Appreciate that. And it was great seeing you at Seattle. Melissa Evans knows with that last start not going in for Jessica. Could get a little interesting here. She does have to recover the deficit. 68 points in a dream.
Oh, we needed a 5 mark here, but at least a triple to get back ahead. Oh, such a
specified
miss on either side of the board. I should have specified the triple 16. Oh, accidentally marks Cody's first dart. Got to fix that real quick. There we go.
And Cody's like, I'm going to call my girlfriend right now. I won't call Carly right now. I won't
Banned.
call her.
Both of you.
That's
banned.
it. Get her out of here.
Booted.
You're cut off. He is annoyed at that first start. And look at the very tall stance that Cody has.
Oh, yeah.
That man is not getting pushed over at the line.
Beautiful posture.
He is.
Huge round as he points ahead and closes out the 15.
And very Gary Anderson-esque in his form. Not nearly as cool, but otherwise pretty great.
You need a 3 in the black here.
This might be going to the last chance side for Alyssa and Eric as we speak. Jessica Melton to send it to another win. And again, play Brian and Carolyn in that next round. Will be the final 4 on the one-loss side of the bracket.
It only takes her 2 darts to get it done. Beautifully done by Jessica Melton.
Well, we're going to take a quick moment here to hear from our sponsors and take a quick ad break and see Jen probably eat some hot wings. We'll be back in just a moment's time with more coverage here of the CDI events here at TOC and KC. That's all the letters and acronyms I can think of. Jen, it's great commentating with you as always.
It's been an honor, Nick.
Let me tell you about A to Z Darts. We're a specialty dart store with over 10,000 different products. We create in-depth videos and blogs to help improve your game and showcase our products. We give helpful advice on how to practice darts, the fundamentals of form and mechanics, and how to make better decisions when purchasing your darting equipment. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned player, we try to provide fun and informative content. I'm Jen, the creative director for A to Z Darts. I've been playing for over 10 years and I've traveled the world competing in and promoting the sport. This is Will. He runs our live streaming company, USA Darts, and travels the globe as well to broadcast major darting events and interview PDC players alike. You'll find over 2,000 different sets of darts on our website. Guessing right now you're pretty interested in our resources? Learn about form, throwing mechanics, practice routines, scoring and grouping, checkout methods, cricket strategy, and much more. Visit a-zdarts.com to take advantage of our blog or follow us on social media at AZDarts today.
Tell by the way they're scoring, there may be nothing in it. One man misses, does the other man get? Yes! Double 12! That is the most amazing lemon dance you will ever see in your life! I can't speak! Double 12, and the 9-dart king lands another one! Covered by Team Michael. Double 12, back going! The ascension is complete. Incredible stuff. The world number 1 is world champion.
Access denied.
What is the purpose of the Vertex stand? This product is made by Winmore, and they have solved 3 different problems. Number 1, when you don't want to permanently mount a dartboard. Number 2, when you can't drill into your walls. And number 3, when you want to travel with a dartboard. Not everyone wants a dartboard permanently mounted into a wall. Perhaps you just want to bust out the dartboard occasionally to entertain friends or family. The Vertex stand is perfect because you don't drill into the wall, you simply lean it against a flat surface. This is easily the most convenient product I've ever seen that you can set up or tear down super fast for portability. In minutes, you can have everything packed and ready to go with you for your next darts tournament or a friend's house or even camping. You can lean this bad boy up against a tree. On top of all of that, I love the idea of being able to easily travel with a dartboard. This thing is awesome. I was given it just to review, but believe me when I say it is not going back to A to Z Darts. They can try to pry it out of my hands.
Enjoy 15% off our October Dart of the Month special, the Target Japan Black Mark Dragon 3.0 darts, all month long and bring your game to the next level with its fierce design and performance. These darts feature a front-loaded barrel with tons of milling and knurling that mimic the rough scales of dragon skin for different grip reference points throughout the dart. Finished with a sleek black coating, they'll fit right into anyone's dart collection seamlessly. As a bonus, the entire Target Japan Black Mark series will also be 15% off this month, including the Heracles model, which is currently one of our top 10 best-selling darts. You can also get a chance to win your choice of a Target Tacoma Shell Dart wallet in the color teal, purple, gray, blue, or black with our monthly raffle. How do you enter? Just purchase our October Dart of the Month special and you'll automatically get entered. The giveaway ends November 1st, so don't miss out on your chance for free stuff. Tap the banner on our homepage at a2zdarts.com to shop the Dart of the Month, and don't forget,
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tournament of Champions. This is the mixed CDI event, and we have a last chance decider here. Sean Green joined by Ryan Mooneyham. Mooney, Crystal Anderson, Kellen Sperlin, Lindsay, and Sean, one of these, or two of those players, one of those teams, will not make any money in this CDI. The other one guaranteed $350 apiece.
Definitely the toughest spot in the last chance is the last leg, or one leg shootout, and if you don't win it, you don't get any money. And then the other side of it is knowing you played well all day, and then you're in this position.
Well, here is Lindsay Lunnan. First look at Lindsay, and she's been impressive. But Kellen Sperlin started off with a 9 mark on the 20s. We'll see if Fat Cat can follow it up with another big score.
Going to go right out that 18s. Doesn't want Sean to have an opportunity on him.
16s. Where he goes back to the 20s. Big dart from Kellen Sperlin. And
Yeah,
what a time to throw in this big, big leg when the money's on the line.
Yeah, that's actually an opportune time to score in the 20s. Sean now is forced to put in a lot more than just a 5 or 6 mark.
And how about this? The other 9th, 10th spot is Jenny Howard, Mike Carter versus Alyssa Evans and Eric Gregory. So one of Alyssa or Mike will not make any money while the other one does.
Ouch.
And that's going to be on the second stream board, which you can find on YouTube on USA Darts and Partners Promoting Darts YouTube pages. So head on over to the stream number 2 to watch that match to see which one really is the better half.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue that one. Lindsay gets it done on the 16, or excuse me, Crystal gets it done on the 16. Lindsay's forced over to the 15s. He's going to have to get a triple to fall.
Big dart. Nah, not big enough. And Fat Cat can seal the deal right here and ensure Crystal and himself at least $350 apiece. There goes the 15s, right to the bowl. And one more. Kellen Sperlin, Fat Cat.
Bam. Man, he has played great all weekend.
Going to fatten up his wallet a little bit as they are in the money. Only 9 teams remain in this mixed CDI. The last team to not make any money will either be Jenny and Mike or Alyssa and Eric, as we head right on over to best 2 out of 3. The bottom side of the one-loss side, Cody Willis and Jessica Melton versus Bubba and Carolyn Gookie Johnson. You see Carolyn back there dancing. And the start will go to Cody and Jessica. The winner of this one will take on the winner of Amanda and Ram versus Jake and Kelly. And then, well, everything starts to kind of fill in here, Mooney. You got Jillian and Mike waiting on the winner of the one that we just said. And then everyone starts rolling.
Yeah, we're just a few matches before it's going to be the I would say the logjam, where it all's going to line up as one match at a time.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting there. I mean, we're close.
And once that happens, it becomes really fun, folks. So make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button. Let everybody know that we are live here, the Tournament of Champions in Kansas City, Missouri. One loss side of the bracket. Cody Willis, Jessica Melton, Bubba, and Carolyn Gookie Johnson.
Well, it's just opens up with just a 1 mark. That's not the position I want to be with Bubba coming behind me.
No, the 1 mark, you saw the fist pump. I'm going to guess that was not real.
No.
Mooney, we've had a lot of matches so far today. Who has impressed you the most out of the players?
Individual players, Kellen Spurn's been great to watch. Bubba's been great to watch. As a team, I really like that Dylan and Taylor Thaxton.
Yeah, I would say that Dylan has been the most impressive for me. Just a first-time situation of being in this tournament, being in this situation. You have one of the top female players in Taylor Thaxton, so you know the pressure's on you to perform well, and Dylan has done that and more.
Well, the team dynamic between those two has been carrying them in some areas. I mean, they both have shot awesome turns, and then they both had some rough turns, but they came together as a team and produced the wins, and that's where they're at. Jillian and Mike, I really like their team dynamics. I will give them a strong nod is to make it back to the finals.
Yeah, reminder, the stream board, or board 2, if you just search board 2 on YouTube, under stream 2, under USA Darts or Partner 20 Darts, you will find the Mike Carter, Alyssa Evans match. And we're going to throw that right in the chat for you. Great trip 19 on the last start from Cody.
Bubba 6 on his start. Wants to get the point lead. Might take a look at that trip 19.
He is now going to stay.
Yeah, he's going to make the adjustment. He is not afraid to make adjustments. That's what I like about watching him play. If he's blocked, he will make a step to the right or step to the left. He'll get himself a better throwing lane.
And even in situations like that where it's not blocked on necessarily a triple or just getting it closed, but he just wants to open up the entirety of the bed.
Exactly.
Without that dart being in the way. And Jessica Melton has also been one of those players that have been very impressive today. The Utah.
Melton with 5 on the 18s. Carolyn has the 20s to work with. Has an 8-point lead. Should look to point first.
She did that. Right over to the 18s and then back to the 20s. Boom goes the dynamite, Carolyn Gookie Johnson.
Give that lady a 9.
You want to talk about house money. We know Carolyn can do that, but to time it there, great work.
I've had conversations with Brian the other night, and he's very easy and calm and cool and collective. Easy going, so you know with her throwing that 9 and the way they've been playing together to be just in the one-loss position with this many teams, they've got a good dynamic built through the day.
Yeah, complimentary for sure. Of course, a 5.67 and a 5.0 doesn't hurt anything.
No, that doesn't hurt anything at all.
I think a lot of people are going to have a great dynamic if they're doing that. How can Jess respond? This has been an off leg for Cody. The good news is he's allowed to do that in this match, but he won't be able to do it if he loses this match anymore.
Now, Melton did not get the first two to score on the 16s. And what a rough round for her.
Yeah, 0 for 3, and those were a bit scattered.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because her partner has kind of had a rough start, but her opponents have each been on fire.
I mean, yeah, this is a buzzsaw right now.
To the bull. Gonna have to get it closed.
Yeah, frustrating 4 bowls. But it could be momentum heading into leg number 2.
Yeah, we've seen that. We have seen the first team come out and just dominate leg 1. Team 2 comes out after making sure that they had momentum and dominate leg 2 to send it to last leg decider.
And there you go. Against the throw, Brian and Caroline, 1-0 lead over Cody and Jess. Cody's got to shoot better in leg number 2. Jess will be there, I believe, but Cody's got to pick it up. And, of course, they can't. They don't really want Brian and Caroline to do the same thing they just did.
No, don't let them continue to have that fire. Cool them down here with a 7 marker better. Only get the 4 to start. Bingham's been a great starter on the 19s.
Yeah, I expect at least 7 here.
Eyes on the prize.
Up. Not happy with the last start. But still a good start for that team against the throw.
Melton needs the 20s to go.
Josh asked in the chat, when does the bracket come out for the big doubles tomorrow? That I believe that it's released this evening at some point. Not sure exactly when. It might be. Say it again. So right before doubles tonight. Yeah. So maybe 4 o'clock. It might also be some other time that we don't really know.
I have no idea.
We can either confirm or deny.
And not denying that. Carolyn gets rid of that 20. She didn't get much going on the 17. Get rid of that 20. Forcing her opponents to the 18s. Willis needs another one.
7's not bad. 7 is not bad at all. Jess is going to have to pick it up. The open first round not going to help at all for Jess.
Yeah, he should stay there.
That's a gift. Only 3 marks from Bubba. Can Jess take advantage of it? Needs to find at least a single to get the point lead. A trip will do. Big dart.
That's a big round right there. Forcing Carolyn to stay more in the 19s. Now we've already seen her drop the 9 and the big 5s. Wants to try to do some damage here for her and Bubba.
Right below the wire on the first dart. Oh, and only 1. And now Cody might be able to kind of cement this leg a little bit. Oh, no. Oh. The 1 mark follow is hurtful.
Yeah, especially when I got Bubba coming up behind me. I needed to force him to stay at the bottom. Now he can simply grab that 19.
And the 17s if he wants. 18s first. Yep. Yeah. Well, that'll do. Boom goes the dynamite for Bubba. He did make him pay. Heavy.
That mid-game 9 could be the tale of the tale.
And that is how this leg has gone. That if that doesn't show it, I don't know what else will.
Talk about momentum shifts. There was some momentum coming out of Melton.
Yeah, that's a tough first 2 darts. Only a 167. Tough leg for Jessica. Been a tough match for Jessica overall.
Mm-hmm.
But
Carolyn got it done in leg 1. It's been good in leg 2. Needs to have those triples fall.
yeah, even a trip 16 here goes a long way. She's moving around the board. Only finds a single 17. Cody will be happy with that, although still miles to go before he sleeps. And gets back into this one. Good last start from Cody. And Jenny Howd and Mike Carter are the last team to be eliminated before the money. Alyssa and Eric get the job done. And I don't know if that's because Mike is the smartest man in the world or because Alyssa played extremely well with Eric. But either could be possible. And Amanda and Ram are now in the 2-loss, last chance side of the bracket. Kelly Sipe and Jake Smith defeat them. They go to the semifinals of the losers side of the bracket, the 1-loss side of the bracket. They will face the winner of this one. Here comes Carolyn. Going to see what she can do. Again, almost the same situation as before, and that same first start. I mean, that was almost identical.
Yeah, showing a little bit of the struggle. This time she only was able to single mark to 15. Previous round, she only single marked to 17. I don't want to leave Willis wide open on some of these shots.
Eric Gregory, Alyssa Evans will take on Amanda Cease and Ram Guevara. That's for 7th, 8th spot. $700 to the loser of that leg. Bubba gets rid of the 16s finally.
Great cross-board shot. 17 fell. He's got 1 dart in his hand. He got rid of it. Melton forced to the 15s.
The loser of this match will take on Crystal Anderson and Kellen Sperlin. So to set it up, the winner plays Jake and Kelly. The loser plays Kellen and Crystal. And those will be probably the last simultaneous matches that go on at the same time.
Yeah, we're down to the 1 match at a time. We're close. We're not there yet, but we're
there might
really
be one
close.
more. Yeah, probably one more. Good close. That's doing your job and then some for Carolyn Gookie Johnson.
Yeah, 2 rough rounds before that. Stays true to the 15s. Put in the 2 15s. Added the 45 points for her team. Willis to the bull.
Yeah, and Cody shot better in this leg, but Bubba's been phenomenal. Can he finish off this great match? He got a little snatchy in dart 1, and I think that annoyed him more than anything else.
Pulls off to reset.
Going to step over to the side. You said it earlier, he's fine adjusting. And that's why Bubba and Carolyn Gookie Johnson move on to the 4th place match on the 5th, 6th place match on the 1-loss side of the bracket. And for Cody and Jessica, they go on to the last chance where they will take on Crystal and Kellen. So we're going to see if we can get the other match, get a match going on our boards. Alyssa and Eric, Amanda and Ram. We also will have Crystal and Kellen Cody and Jessica, or Brian and Carolyn taking on Jake and Kelly. Options. We'll be back with those options right after this.
He's mean. He's lean. He's got the greatest mustache in the game. It's Kellen Sperlin. Rawr.